Welcome in, everybody. This is Nerd Nexus Podcast, episode 10.
10.
10, episode 2 of V2.
Mm-hmm.
We're here in person. We're recording this, I think it's on like Tuesday. I don't know what day it is. It's something, one of those.
Mad early.
But you will see this on Sunday morning by 9.
Yep.
I got a bunch of cool questions for Cody. We're going to talk about a little bit of funny stuff, maybe some more stories, how the stream went, how we played Wii Sports, and he got fucking cooked.
That was today. If you guys saw the collab stream, that was today.
So here we are.
Cool. Welcome back, guys. That's so funny. Should we call this episode X since it's 10, like the Roman numeral?
Yeah.
Cool. Episode X, bro. Let's do it. We got snacks and stuff, so don't mind our munching.
Oh.
Cool, bro. We're just getting right into it?
No.
Well, I don't mind getting right into it because you said you wanted these to be more exploratory, right? Like, let's just expound upon them.
Yeah. I think, though, that we should do more, we can get right into it.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. Let's just do it. No time like the present.
Oh. Uno momento. Oh, wait.
Devin has deleted everything.
I have not deleted everything.
It's gone?
It's not gone. It's right here.
Okay.
Promise. I'm just putting perfect space between everything so that it looks pretty.
Devin is OCD to the point where even if Devin sees it, it's got to be nice.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
I'm saying you're the only person who sees this. You can't just use it?
Oh, no.
You couldn't hit the space bar before we started the podcast, Devin?
No, I had to enter.
Okay, there we go. Oh, I see. Space. Okay.
So I just want to say thank you before we even start anything. I want to say thank you. We had, I don't know, like 10 new subscribers since the last episode. Yeah. Between Cody's stream, I think Cody, I saw myself 100 new followers on his account today, and that was just while I was here, and that was only 2.5 hours. Myself, I got like 30 new followers from playing Wii Sports with Cody. It was crazy. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. I don't thank them enough. Seriously, thank you. I really appreciate it. If you're here, you're like dedicated. So thanks. I super appreciate it.
And everybody in the Discord, I know you guys are definitely here watching this.
Right.
So you guys need to get on the whole asking us questions when somebody posts in there. Y'all need to be like, hey, you guys are dummies. We should talk about how you throw a frisbee at a ball.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's something crazy. Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't really matter. But
speaking of the Discord, did you see that I got my first fan art?
I did not. Yeah,
Aaron sent me a fan art of me in a chicken suit. Like dead serious, bro. Look. Go into Fan Art Festival. Look at that. Is that not awesome?
That's crazy.
I know, right? Dude, oh my gosh. It's so cool. I just want to shout you out again. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that.
Aaron.
Dude, for real. Sorry, I interrupted the flow, but you were saying.
No, you're good. So as we talked about last week, we're going to get started here in 2 days. I'm going to be playing Pokemon.
I'm going to move to the PS3.
I'm excited about it. I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll see how it goes. No more Fortnite till February. Not February.
March.
December.
December?
I can play on console.
Yeah, console. Yeah.
And then I can play on controller.
Yeah.
So I can't play Fortnite.
Yeah.
But
the console he has to play on is Nintendo Switch, though, so good luck.
No. It was console, any console.
I don't know, Chad. Is it any console, or does he actually have to play it on the Toshiba toaster?
That would be wild. My name is Toaster.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I don't know. Pokemon's going to be fun, though. I'm excited for Pokemon. I'm really excited to get through all the generations and play Arceus.
Arceus? Wow, okay. I didn't expect you to actually be hype about Arceus, bro.
I never got to play it.
You never got to play it at all?
No.
I thought you played it and then, like, stalled out.
No.
Oh, it's slow. I'm just gonna warn you. It's a lot of fucking reading.
Do you get to capture Arceus?
Yes. At the fucking exactly end, like literally the last thing you do.
And you never get to play again? You don't.
You definitely can. So it is. This is not a joke. After you have beaten all the bosses, literally, caught every Pokemon, literally, and mastered the Pokédex. That's doing 10 tasks on every Pokemon.
Shit. Okay. Anyway,
but that'll be your first Arceus, won't it?
Yeah. Can you get Arceus in any of the other games?
Technically, after you beat Arceus, you can connect it to Diamond and Pearl and catch him again.
Wild.
It's pretty crazy.
But yeah, either way, I'm excited for it. I know Cody's definitely excited to play the PlayStation 3.
I am actually excited. I think it's going to be good. I think there's going to be a lot more people going, what are you doing? And I'll be like playing the, like BioShock going, trying my best, okay?
Oh, that's right. You're going to play with the PlayStation Move.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty good, I think. Those things are going to die so fast. I wish they took AA's because I could just have batteries on deck.
Ooh, this starts on Friday. That means we could do like a long stream Friday
night. Cool. Yeah, and by the way, dude, aren't we going to be doing a 24-hour thing? When I get to 10K and he gets to a K.
Yeah, so
we'll do a 24-hour.
The sooner we get to 1,000, I get to 1,000 and he gets to 10,000, we're going to do a 24-hour stream. We might do, I'm thinking about doing like see, I don't know how it works. So I know like the bigger streamers, they can switch between like IRL stream and like stream.
Whoa, for real?
I don't know how they do it.
Smoothly? Like without having to stop?
I don't know how they do it.
That is crazy.
But what we might do is like,
I will say for me, there will be a time where it jump cuts to sleep stream for me.
Sleep stream?
Yep, where I'm just on the bed sleeping. Yeah, absolutely.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely, it's going to be great. And then you guys get sound alerts and you can wake me up with different sound alerts. No, that's going to be so great.
No, you definitely have to stay up the whole time, and here's why.
Okay.
We're gonna do. This is off a whim too.
Okay, cool.
Planned it out.
Okay,
so we're gonna start the stream with like 2 or 3 hours of Wii Fit.
Okay.
4.
Cool.
Wii Fit and Wii Sports together.
Okay, cool. And you're actually gonna play Wii Fit with me?
Yes.
Okay, well that's huge.
I don't know if we have another Wii Fit board, but I'll just do the shit along with you.
Yeah, we can take turns.
And then I say we play. I personally say we play Fortnite until me and you get 3 wins.
Okay.
In duos.
Okay.
So
wow, that's gonna be a while. I'm very bad.
That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
This will be longer than 24 hours now.
No.
Oh yeah.
No, not 3 wins in a row. Just 3 wins.
Oh, okay. I genuinely thought you were like, no, you got to go for a turkey.
No.
And I was like, I'm not there.
No.
I'm not there for that.
And then, so after that ends, and then there's going to be a cap. So we're going to do like maybe 2 or 3, maybe 4 hours of Fortnite. I don't know how it'll work out. But we'll do that. And then I say we do an impromptu live podcast.
Cool. That would be great.
On TikTok.
I think that would be great. I think we should push that later so that we're very tired and it would be hilarious.
Okay, then maybe we do a cooking stream.
Oh, the wings. We could do the wings. Yeah.
And I'll bring the hot sauces over.
Oh, and we could try all of them.
We'll do like hot ones, but
yes, all 20 of your hot sauces that he got for Christmas. Dude, that would be so cool.
I don't know. There's so many ideas. We could play different games.
We should do a Hot Ones style interview. I think that would be fun. I'll have a question, you'll have a question, we eat a wing. I think that would be sick.
We could do that. It would be a challenge, see who can eat the hottest one.
Yes, that would be super cool.
And whoever taps loses.
Loses. I like that. Yeah. Dude, that's going to be good. What are you thinking?
Ooh, we got to come up with a punishment for whoever taps.
Whoever taps?
That could be. You guys tell us.
Yeah.
What should be a crazy punishment?
That'd be good.
For whoever taps out on the wings.
Yeah. No, that's a good. What if we both make it? We should also get a reward.
We should.
Oh, how much are we eating out at, by the way?
We're at like $70.
$70?
Yeah.
Dub skis. Okay, cool. We're chilling.
And I get paid too on.
Well, it's you've definitely been adding real dollars to a real jar this whole time. Surely
surely
100%. You weren't just going to keep track of it and then like just float the money after, right? surely this has been a physical jar of money
Absolutely.
that you've been, every time you swear, you put it in,
I'm
right?
definitely not going to go to the bank and say, hey, I need all ones.
Right, and then crinkle them up.
And then
right.
crinkle them up and shove them in a jar.
Why would he do that?
Yeah.
No, you've been doing it the whole time. I know you're responsible.
Yeah. So, maybe we have a, maybe we'll bring...
I'm actually really excited about the wings, like showing the wings. We'll have to, we maybe not the secret sauce, you know what I'm saying? We don't bust out the big stuff, but just it'd be cool to cook.
Maybe we do a Sparking Zero tournament.
Oh, that would be so tight.
Can you play online?
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to do that
with viewers.
Yes, I would love to. Finally, a game I'm good at.
And then you never know. Maybe we'll just sit and talk. And
can I tell you how you remember how I told you I was in that competitive scene, right?
Yeah.
For Sparking Zero, the way that the competitive scene died at their first competition. Did you hear about this?
Mm-mm.
So okay, this is gonna get really nerdy and really Dragon Ball, but side tangent. # side tangent. That'll be a T-shirt one of these days. But basically, bro, Android 19 and 20. You remember it's the mime and the old man with the tall hat. Okay. So in the lore, they were given anti-gravity devices. So they, unlike 16, 17, all the other androids that can fly, they literally expel no energy to fly. So in the game, they added it to be if you were actually going to fly, like either going up or going down, it doesn't actually take energy. And they were the only characters that did it. So essentially, their first competition, a lot of people just put Android 19 or 20 in the back to stall because they could just go infinitely, no energy, just go all the way up to the top of the map, all the way down to the bottom of the map, and they couldn't get caught. And so it was just they would go ahead, they would get one life ahead, switch to Android 18 or 19, and then go until the clock died. And it was just like everybody in the competitive scene went, oh no. And there's some controversy because technically in the rules it wasn't illegal. No one
makes sense.
But no, and I get it. I'm completely with the players. It's a legitimate strategy until you're told it's banned. You know what I'm saying? But also come on, man. That was the first competition and you killed the game.
You already exploited the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's already completely broken. But isn't that funny? I don't know. It's just I think it's funny. The two characters that have this random feature you wouldn't think would break the game completely breaks the game.
So, no, that's great. I would do that.
Yeah, he's smart like that. You and archery, bro, or actually me and basketball, running up the clock, bro. I'm going for threes, chat.
But yeah, so the whole 24-hour thing, it's gonna go and it's gonna go.
Dude, it's gonna be good.
Hopefully we get a lot of viewership on both mine and his stream.
I might nap the day before, so just so you're aware, there might be a short stream or no stream day prior.
Hey, look, I just rock out.
With the socks out, right?
Socks out.
Rock out with the socks out and the croc out, guys. That's why I got my Crocs on. That's what it was. That's what you were gonna say.
We'll figure it out. We'll get it done.
Cool. Oh, the questions, please.
Dude, listen. So I have.
Dang. He's not messing around. You have questions and sub questions.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
So, I don't know if this was everybody's favorite part, but this was my favorite part. I got to talk to Cody, and so the way we're gonna do this time, I think, is we're gonna not only am I gonna ask a question and you're gonna give an answer, but I think you did this mostly last time too.
Sure.
But I want you to explain a little more.
Sure.
On why you picked that.
Sure.
And then, as we're doing this, if you have a question that pops up in your head,
cool,
go for it.
Absolutely. And another thing is that when we were talking about how we used to do podcasts before there were podcasts, one of the things you liked best, particularly, was our sciencey talks.
Oh yeah.
So the fact that these are going to be pretty science led. So if you guys are whoa, this isn't about wrestling, this is the nerd Nexus. You guys you clicked in.
I didn't watch
Raw. I didn't watch Raw either, so I have no clue
about that.
We can't. Raw happened, I think.
Yeah, so
it could not have. I haven't seen a single clip.
There was a wrestler.
I think there was red on the screen.
There was a ring. Michael Cole was there.
Ooh, that's actually a tough bet because he might not be. He's only taken 6 days off in 9 years. What if it's one of the times he's ever been off?
I lost that bet.
You got to eat pants or something.
Oh no.
Sorry guys, I'm still recovering from my cold.
He's just a bitch. Anyway,
valid.
So, first question.
Yeah.
What's one rule you would implement if you were a dictator for the world for a day?
Okay, does my rule stay? Does my rule stay forever? Or is it only for the day? I can answer both. How about that?
Okay.
So can people disobey this rule, or is it automatically followed? Because here's what I'm going after. If it became completely impossible for the entire world to like lie in court, that's what I'd do. Like it is completely unable to commit perjury, that's definitely what I'm doing. But if it's just like I got to implement a new rule, that's hard, man. I guess, I got to think there's a lot of the world out there that doesn't have this, so I'd put a law against slavery out there. Take care of all that. Because no, I mean the thing is like then it becomes like, well, is it enforced? So I just don't know.
So let's say a perfect world where it's not a rule or a law.
Mm-hmm. I'm just creating a new.
You speak it into existence.
Cool. Then yeah, no slavery for sure. Like that's that, and like sex trafficking as well. Just all of it gone. Damn, homie munching, bro.
Dumb idea.
These octopuses.
They're so good.
They're good, bro. They're like way more than like a gummy worm.
So the next one is, what's the worst job you could have in a zombie apocalypse?
Like when it starts?
Yeah. No, like during it.
During it. Oh, I guess.
Like you're at a camp.
Cool.
Right?
And I'm in that camp. What's my job?
Yeah. What's the worst job you could have?
Lookout, I think.
Lookout?
Absolutely. You're either going to be or like scout, maybe. Like you're going to be the first one's gone.
I was thinking hunter.
Yeah, that's going to suck too. It sucks. The zombie. I don't know who's got to clean the porta john. You know what I'm saying? That's still a bad job, even in the zombie apocalypse.
That is a bad job.
You know what I'm saying? Like who
And they don't have trucks to suck it
That's
out.
what I'm saying. You just gotta get in there.
Who's the guy that moves the porta potty
in the apocalypse?
Fills in the hole.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Oh, that would be shitty.
What? Sean's here.
The leader.
The leader sucks.
It's like the worst position I can think of.
The governor. Look at what happened to him. No, I'm with him. Sorry, guys. We're right by Sean's room. Say hi, Sean.
Hi.
He said the leader in case it didn't get picked up on the mics. I would hate that too.
All right, here's one. What's the most bizarre thing you've ever witnessed in public?
In public? Man, I wish I had a better memory.
I know, it's terrible for such a big head.
Yeah, it's all Pokemon.
It's all air.
This is true. Airtight Pokemon. Rotom Air. Rotom Fan. Rotom Think.
Neat.
I don't know. Let me think. I don't know. I guess I can't remember. Nothing's shocking enough for me to stand out. I can tell you a funny story about like.
There was that one time we saw that truck catch on fire.
That was insane.
That was weird.
It just blew up. I guess that would have to be it. Yeah, that would definitely be it.
And I don't know why. I still to this day don't know how or why.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
the car was not running. It was just sitting there in the parking lot.
I think we witnessed like a bombing of some kind. Like we must have. Like it's the only thing that makes sense. Or did they leave it? Is it like one of those?
It wasn't on.
What? It wasn't even running. On? Okay, dude, I don't even know.
We were just chilling. And here's the funny part.
It just caught on fire. It didn't blow up, did it? Or did it kind of exploded? Yeah.
So here's the thing though about it. So it was definitely spoiler, it was at Cody's job at the time.
Oh my God, yes.
And Cody did a whole lot of that's not our fucking problem.
Yeah, we would just go
in the car and left.
We'd go. Or like if we were ever in my job and there was some stuff going on outside the job, we'd go, oh. So anyways, dude, that was crazy.
What's the funny story?
So I'll tell you two funny stories. This one's gonna be quick. Remember when I worked at the bar?
Yes.
Okay, one goated. Dude.
Chimberly, W. Chimberly.
Chimberly, if you're in the chat, you got to sound off. You got to let us know how's your husband. But no, do you remember like the tail end, when the gun range got put next to it?
No.
Oh my god, yes. So it's still there. Like it's called a different thing now, but like right next door is still a gun range. So I guess it hasn't gone south this yet.
Right.
But like to me, I'm like,
this isn't a place
this
where
sounds
patrons go.
I know. I was like, this sounds like a safety hazard. But so when I was young, super young, like I don't remember this story. I am telling this story secondhand. Excuse me. What happens is, Little 5 Points?
Yeah.
Okay. So we were in Little 5 Points. We go there all the time because this was when my mom was a limo driver. So we were, there all the time because people like to shop there. Famous people really like the spot because it's like low key, but it's kind of in the cut. So it was just like a good experience of what, the place had to offer. So we were there one week. And I remember we all had these leather jackets because TLC bought all of us leather jackets, genuinely. They love my mom. They bought my sister and all three of my sisters leather jackets, nice leather jackets. I was too small to get a leather jacket, so they just got me a bunch of shoes to like grow up in, which is pretty cool.
All right.
But I remember like we were just walking, the four of us. I have like bips and bops of it, right? But I was super tiny. But we were in Little 5 Points, and we were just kind of walking. And dude, when those like pedestrian lights go, it's madness. Like everyone's running everywhere. It is insane. Like think like a high school hallway. It is, yeah, it is crazy. And so it's like, oh my god. So I lose my parents, apparently. So I'm standing there, and I see Herbie, like the love bug, go right by, and I go, ooh, and I spot my mom. And I'd say I'm maybe 5'6". I'm not a child, but like like a baby, but I am a child. Dude, I run across the street, and I'm booking it. I jump up, and I go, boom, slug bug, because they used to light my ass up with slug bug, bro. They used to get me with. So slug bug's a game where if you saw like a Volkswagen Beetle, you'd punch them. I just railed on this person. It was not my mom, just someone in a leather jacket. They turn around, and it's like a skinnier African-American man who is not pleased. And I immediately cry. I immediately just break down in tears. And my mom's like, Cody, where'd you go? And I was like, I'm so sorry. This guy has never heard of the game Slugbug. Never, ever in his life. So my mom's trying to explain the Slugbug game to him. And he's like, your son assaulted me. And he's like freaking out. And she's like, I promise it's just a game. The police come. The police, because it's a busy place. The police are just, and there's a commotion. The police come and check this out. Plot twist. They tell the guy, calm down. It's just Slugbug. The police are like, yeah, absolutely. It's just Slugbug. You're good. So they just leave, and that was it. It was pretty good. And my mom to this day has never let me forget it. But like,
does she still play with you?
Huh? Slugbug?
Yes.
I mean, I don't think we go anywhere anymore.
Fair enough.
But I think if we ever see a Slugbug, we Slugbuggy each other, we'll just pop. Okay. So I guess that's a pretty funny story.
It is funny. And it's kind of strange.
It's a strange story. Like I said, guys, I've given this warning out before. I'm fine, asterisk now. When I was a kid, I was really autistic. I did not know what was going on at all.
Okay. This one's a good one for you, I think.
Sure, yeah.
Because you can never turn down
a good deal. I knew it. I knew it would be a good deal.
What would be the worst buy one, get one free deal ever?
Okay. I don't know. Okay, so it is buy one, get one free, tap dancing lessons.
I guess a blowjob.
Why? Why would that be bad?
If you got to buy one, then you got to get one free.
I'll just cash it in later. Oh, it's got to be right then?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm like, oh, thank you. No. What are you doing Tuesday? Now? I guess. No, that would be bad. I think no. Tap dancing lessons. Caveat: I'm in a wheelchair. So, like, if I get something that's like, like I get injured or something, and I can't quite, like my legs were crushed or something.
Say, what if you don't have any legs? Somebody buys you tap dancing.
That's what I'm saying.
For Christmas,
and they're like, "Hey, check it out! It's look, 2 tickets is buy one get one." You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, "Thank you."
What would be the best buy one get one free?
Can I say blowjob? No,
right after the other.
I think we're different people.
Me?
No, I'm just kidding. Best buy one get one free. I don't know, but you have to buy it. I don't know. I'm dumb, so I'm thinking just purely monetary. It's like buy a gold bar, get another one. Like, do you know how much instant equity I just got?
Gold WWE belts.
Oh, right. I got a really good deal on that one.
You told it last
dude.
Episode.
That's what we need to be putting on the table.
Fair.
The belts. That's what we need to be putting out there.
Is that advertisement?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, okay. Hey, when we get the custom one for we're trying to get one made for our Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments.
Hey. Yu-Gi-Oh belt fund.
Yes. Yeah. Cheers.
All right. Let's see. If you could have an unlimited supply of one thing for the rest of your life, but it can't be money, what would it be?
Can this be blowjobs? Can this be blowjobs? Okay, I'm just asking.
It says one thing.
Okay, so not an action. Okay. Man, you got me in the blowjob area. I gotta get out of the blowjob area. So let me just, in my mind palace, leaving blowjob. The attic that's like, what? Not again? Right now? No. Let me see.
Your followers are definitely going to see a different side of you.
Yeah, this is like, they're like,
whoa, what are the conversations that we have regularly?
Yeah, for sure. What was the question? I left blowjob and just completely left the question. It's in the room there.
He was thinking something else. If you could have
infinite supply of something.
If you could have an unlimited supply of one thing for the rest of your life, but it can't be money, what would it be?
Okay, and I think a good fair rule is you can't sell this thing. So that way it's also not just money. Let me see. I would probably do... Can I just say food, or would I have to specify the food? I would have to specify. Then I'd say an infinite amount of houses. And I'd just give houses away.
Like, this is from a song.
Oh, it is?
Billionaire.
Oh, for real?
Bruno Mars.
Oh, yeah. He would just buy houses and give them away.
Yeah.
No, that's...
Calm down, Oprah.
No, if I get them for free and they're infinite, dude, do you know how well I would set up everybody?
Yeah, but is that one thing?
Yeah. Okay, even if it's the exact same house every time.
Yeah, but is it one thing? Because that's a lot of thing. Well, I guess anything.
I'm saying, yeah. So just like I'm saying, the walls not furnished, nothing, just house.
Okay.
Even if it's the exact same house, I'm hooking people up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, even if I'm like, hey, here's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom for free, you never have to pay anything on it, that's a hookup.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Well, yeah. What would you do? You do cars, and then together.
Trees.
That'd be good. Just plant trees. Just tree beam. Man, someone pissed you off, you just grow a tree in the middle of the road. Just be like, oh no, looks like you can't pass me because of the trees.
I think I would do trees, or it would be trees, or
trees are so good because you save
oxygen.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Is a thing?
That's a thing for sure.
And I would well,
I've learned that thing, the root word, came from trade. So it used to be forgive the word thing in this description of the word thing, but it's something you would bring to a trade for another person. That is a thing. So it had to be.
So it has to be like materialistic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm just being. Technically, you can give breath from your lungs. Technically.
Yeah.
But
Let's say. Yeah,
trees. Cars, trees. Do you see what I'm saying? Together, we just go boom. Your entire life is settled. What type of car would it be? You have to pick one car that you're giving away forever.
One car?
Yep. It's because if I'm giving the same house away, you got to give the same model car away.
You remember those old vans?
The station wagon?
No.
Okay.
You remember the old like Dodge vans
Yeah.
that had the like luggage space up top with the TV in it?
Yeah.
And
you could put like a PS2 or an N64.
And it had like a bed in the back. One of those. Those.
Cool. You just couldn't give houses too, right? It's such a good answer. You had to give the house on wheels. No,
yeah.
Valid.
RVs.
Now, Devin, you know how funny it is if it's like, hey, you get a free house and a free RV?
You get two houses.
Yeah, as I say, a house you can take on the go.
Ooh.
What's up?
No, I can only do one thing.
Yeah.
Do you think if I could randomly give out if I could give everyone in the world cars, a car,
sure,
singular vehicle,
traffic's crazy. I just want to start there.
That's wild. But it'd be like, you see those videos of like I want to say they're mostly in China where you see all the
the multi-lanes,
and the little cars and stuff, and they're just going.
Yeah, and they're just like no laws or anything. Yeah, it's crazy.
Anyway, if I gave every person in the whole world, even like uncontacted tribes, everybody in the world,
God, they're freaking out about the cars. By the way, that's the new god.
Do you think the world would run out of gas?
Yeah, because like if there is now suddenly like billions more cars, yeah. And they have to pay nothing for them. They're instantly like,
but then they have to pay for gas.
That's what I'm saying. They're like, oh, let me go fill it up.
Yeah, but you could jack the price of gas up.
Totally, 100%. Yeah, way to capitalize, like on this fictional thing.
Oh, anyway, sorry.
I'm creating electric vehicle conversion.
And I know how to make money. Shut up.
Yeah. Okay, Devin, gosh, we get it. You win at Monopoly. Okay.
Every time.
I'd love to see you and Sean go. He's very good at Monopoly, like insane.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the next one.
Sure.
It's the total opposite of this.
Okay.
What would you do if you found out you were the last person on Earth?
Oh, I'd be really sad. I'd miss Kitty. I'd miss you. I'd miss everybody. But what would I do though? Every road is the Autobahn until I die is really the answer. That's the answer. If all the roads are completely clear, I am using 100% of the roads to go as fast.
Not, though?
So like just people just got raptured,
like Thanos. People just disappeared. Everyone but you.
Okay, then
would you?
I will get in my car and I will go to the perimeter, and then I will drive around the perimeter and completely move everyone's car around. The perimeter is like a circular highway in Georgia, and that is now my Autobahn until death.
You wouldn't try to figure out a way to bring everyone back?
Okay, if that's an option,
you can do anything.
Okay, it says if I can do anything. Yeah, no, Autobahn. You guys can stay dead. I don't know what to tell you.
Fair. Okay.
I might also go to an American Deli and cook it myself.
Nice.
Because I love American Deli, but something's always wrong. And I just want the order to be right.
All right, I got you.
Yeah.
Wait,
no. But what about you? But also you can't bring anyone back, so that way I'm not the asshole for choosing Autobahn. Go ahead.
I didn't say that.
No,
I told you could bring some people back, and you said
Autobahn. Yeah, I mean, I just don't.
First of all, I would try. I'm not smart
enough. That's what I'm saying. I'm not Thanos.
No, but you're smart enough
to bring some.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, like if I saw Thanos do it, I'm the most conniving man, and then I'd be like, "Catch me on the Autobahn, Thanos." Then what? And then I'm just hitting him with my GM. Bam.
Y'all are racing for pinks.
I'm like, all right, bro.
If I win,
Yeah,
Infinity Gauntlet.
yeah. You got to put it on the line,
you
bro.
Win,
pony up, yeah, bro. But he's got the helicopter because Thanos has a helicopter. Did you know about this? The Thanos copter from like this kid game or this kid's book, but it's like canon now. Yeah, it's been canon. Like all the writers love the Thanos copter. He would actually cook me though.
You think so?
Oh yeah. I mean, well, so does he take the Infinity Gauntlet off?
Yeah.
Okay, then I've got a chance.
It has to be a fair fight.
Okay, I was like, then I've got a chance.
Okay. If you could have any historical figure as your personal assistant for a week, who would you choose and why? Anybody.
My personal assistant. Okay. The problem becomes that I don't want them to be subservient to me. I would just be like, cool, you are serving me by just being a homie for a week, right? And then they're off the hook. They don't have to like do things for me. But I would probably pick someone like Nikola Tesla or Albert Einstein. And I know this is really left field, but I'd really love to have a conversation with Robin Williams. I know he's not with us anymore. I know, totally different, but man, I'd love to have a conversation with him. I love his work. I'd love to tell him how much it meant to me. I don't have that opportunity now, and that would be cool. What about you?
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee would be cool. You think in a week he could get you Genghis Khan? You're not even speaking the same language, but I'd love to see this. First of all, the way Genghis Khan would be domesticated within a week in your house, your mom's not putting up with any of Genghis Khan's shit. Genghis Khan brings a dead body in the house, and she's like, nope, out. And he's like, boom. And he takes it out.
I don't know, man. To learn, so like, me personally, I feel like, and I just watched a Rogan podcast about this.
Oh, valid.
About, it wasn't about it, but he was with Lex.
Don't look to me. I'm not the name in it. Yeah, check your history.
I don't remember who the guy is. It's Lex something.
Luthor?
No.
So why do you hate Superman so much? No.
Let's see. Lex Friedman.
Okay. Who's this guy?
That guy.
Wow.
No idea?
No clue.
He has podcast.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, and
forgive me.
His whole thing was like, he talks about how we demonize and stuff like Genghis Khan, but then like call people like
Patton, like other generals and stuff.
No, they say that like people demonize Genghis Khan and like everything he did, the whole thing was like he said this thing about how Genghis Khan was like probably one of the greatest leaders in the world. Yeah,
to handle the shit he handled, yes, I agree.
And then, but he was like he like tried to backtrack because like what he did was terrible.
I agree. But he put numbers on the board. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what I'm going to say is like he had a empire, managed it, and it didn't collapse until he died.
Did you know like a couple of his like main rules? Part of the reason he killed a bunch of people was he was like people deserve the freedom of religion and freedom of whatever.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that.
They would if they didn't follow that law, he just killed them.
Yeah, he was literally like if you guys try to like if I take over a place and you guys aren't religiously free, that's changing. And I'm killing whoever I have to here to change that for you guys.
This is also not to say that Genghis Khan was a good person because he was very much not.
I agree. But I think he is a net negative, but like
this is what he was trying to. So this guy, that's what he was doing. He was backtracking. He's like, I'm not saying.
Yeah. But he was just saying like there's some core leadership you could learn from him.
But what they said was people relate or they say that he was a terrible person.
Sure.
And sure he was, but then like they hold these other people up on like a pedestal about how, or they'll give them like excuses or whatever.
Sure. But no one passes the same excuse to Genghis Khan.
Right.
That's that's I understand what
but
you're saying. Yeah.
To me, I've never read The Art of War.
Sure.
I would love to read The Art of War,
Okay.
but it's a very big book.
Yeah, it's also not Genghis Khan though.
It's not Genghis Khan, but
Yeah.
I feel like it probably should be.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you.
So,
no, I'm with you. You can read The Art of War. It's good. It's good in like everyday measures because he breaks down war into winnable situations in life. Like that's what The Art of War is. It's like this aspect of war is like someone's coming over to your house that you really don't want to be here. Like that's kind of what The Art of War
read
is.
It?
Yeah. I read a lot in a certain place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say yeah, either Genghis Khan or Bruce Lee.
Valid. Yeah, no, that's good.
Maybe El Chapo.
Whoa, dude. He's
or
dead.
Pablo
Is
Escobar.
he dead? Is El Chapo's alive, right?
I think El Chapo I think is in prison unless he's died recently. Pablo Escobar
definitely
is
dead.
Definitely dead.
Definitely dead. I mean, yeah. Have you seen that show with him? With Pablo Escobar? Like Narcos?
Yes.
Is it good?
It's okay.
It's okay. Okay. Just while we were here, thought I'd ask about it.
Let's see. If you want to get onto the more
sciencey
question.
Cool. Yeah, let's get cracking, bro.
Okay. Should we allow gene editing in humans for non-medical enhancements? Do you believe this would lead to enhancing humans or replacing them?
Okay, we're starting crazy.
I told you, bro.
Okay, so let me put it this way. I think that I have had irreparable damage done to me because of the Terminator films. So I'm going to start there. Right? But I'll also say this. I'm not going to do it, but I'm also not in a situation where a liver that could be 3D printed would save my life. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a very easy, broken down version of what I'm trying to say.
Right.
But like in a life or death situation, does that flex? And I just don't know. Here's another thing I'm going to say. For other people, I can't make that choice for you.
But do you think that it comes down that it becomes so?
We're talking about like CRISPR, right? Like genetic modification.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Do you think it becomes so normal that people use it almost as plastic surgery?
I'd hope.
Obviously not plastic surgery.
No, I'm with you.
To create the perfect child
and then raise it. I'm sure it does at some point.
But at what point does it become Captain America?
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know. I just don't know. The thing is like I don't know that answer. That's why I don't want to play in that realm. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not going to do that. But it's like right now, like I said, I don't have, some failing organs. You know what I'm saying? So
like I guess my question is like, could they take gene editing to the point where, like you see in all these movies,
sure,
where they take parts of DNA from this animal and DNA from this animal and then put it and edit it into a human.
Oh, you mean like a goat person and now they've got big horns?
No, more like you take the fact that a lizard can regrow its arms.
I was literally about to think this.
Or like a gorilla or an ape is like strong,
super muscular.
Shit.
Yeah.
Could you? Is that a? I mean, obviously you're not a scientist.
I was gonna say I'm not a geneticist. I want to start there. I really don't. This is out of my depth. Biology is definitely not a strong suit for me. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know, man. That's just what I gotta say. Here's what I'm gonna say. If it starts happening, I mean, I don't know. You wouldn't catch me being the only person without monkey torso. You know,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If everybody else is doing it, I gotta protect myself and not get punched through the wall. I'm not trying to be comically thrown around like the raccoon in that one video. You know what I'm talking about?
You talking about
where the raccoon went into the monkey exhibit and they just hurled it back out?
Oh I thought you were talking about Rocket Raccoon.
No,
whatever
dude.
his
There's like
name is.
this raccoon that went into the chimpanzee exhibit, and they were like playing with it,
Toy.
and then they just went, "All right, see you later," and they hurled the guy back out. And I'm not trying to have that be me. Let me just put it that way.
So short answer, you don't know. Long answer, probably you would.
I mean, like, no, the thing is like, I would, there's no, like, let me just put it this way. I don't think editing my genes edits my soul. You know what I'm saying?
And no, it doesn't have to.
That's what I'm
Captain
saying.
America.
That's what I'm saying, is that, like, I don't think, I'm sure there's a part of me that definitely is my, hormones and that physical side of me that would be different. But it's like, if we're already giving me monkey torso, I might as well get perfect brain. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So with that,
do you think we'll ever see a decrease in like disorders because of CRISPR? Like, is autism a thing of the past? Like, do we leave unique sets of people behind simply because it's different?
I don't know. See, because here's the thing though. If you can do that, this breaks it down, and like I understand maybe this is a
touchy subject,
or like maybe a bad opinion, not a bad opinion, but like an unpopular,
morally
opinion.
gray.
But like, if I was a genie, the smartest one, and I could do it, would you not take the good parts
of like autism
and take out the bad parts?
If you could
and put the good parts in,
if you only get the bonus, and it, like,
like, you got to think about it. Sorry, but you got to think about it. If you could take, which I don't know what your IQ is, but I know you're smarter than me.
Sure,
let's say they can reach down in your brain and pull your high IQ. Obviously, they can't pull the number.
Yeah, I'm with you, but like whatever makes me smart,
makes you smart, and put it into your child, but take out the parts that make you
socially inept and things like that,
have social problems or whatever.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
If they could split that,
why wouldn't you? No, I'm with you. The thing is like, that's why I'm saying I think it's an interesting question. Is that like, it's in the same way that it's like, I can't make this decision until it's like, this would save my life. It's like, if it's my child, I've always said this, genetically, I don't think I'm going to reproduce. I'm just kind of a cocktail of a lot of problems. And even if genetically 50% of those go to another person, I don't want to deal with what that person is. I don't want to raise that person. That sounds like a complete nightmare. I know how bad I was. And if they are close to 50% of how bad I am not well equipped to handle that person. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
So the thing is like, if I'm getting someone, because I'm adopted, I've always planned if I'm going to have a kid, I'm going to adopt. Right. Because one, I'm avoiding passing these things that, I'll be honest, I won the fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a good spot, but it was close.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so if I don't have to pass these down, I won't. So and that's also, that's, how much money we just saved. I mean, like, it's expensive to raise a kid, but like, we now no longer have to go through pregnancy. We don't have to get pregnancy clothes. We don't have to do pregnancy testing. We don't have to do any of the, birth things. It's like, okay, all in all, I have taken somebody out of a system that I know hurts people. You know what I'm saying? Talking about adoption, and brought them into another life. And, let's say this, I may pick an autistic person. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I know that's going to be hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I may not, elect to help someone with maybe, epilepsy is a bad example. I could probably also do an epileptic. We're not going to go to the same movies. Like right. That. That's not super hard. But like, at what point does it become a challenge? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm probably not strong enough a person to just go to like an adoption agency and adopt somebody with Down syndrome. I'm sure I could make a connection with that person, and I'm sure I could love that person unconditionally like a parent could. But I don't think I have it in me to go through that challenge. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's to get to this. If you can avoid something, I'm not going to say bad, but something that's like, something you're not up to the task for.
Right.
I think you do avoid it. You know what I'm saying? And I think most people may not be, I'm willing to do certain things that a lot of people aren't, when it comes to like, I'll help, if heaven forbid we get a kid with autism, I think I got it. Yeah, man, homie, we'll go to the train store. You know what I'm saying? It's that easy. I know what it's like to be hyper focused. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like to have those blinders on. I really do. So, but it's like, and I know most people won't. So that's the thing, is it becomes this scope of like what you can tolerate and what you can't.
Right.
And that molds society. Genuinely, I think.
Well, so with that question,
Sure.
It also leads to this.
Yeah.
Should we pursue technological enhancements of the human body?
Tech?
Basically
like cyborg?
Well, it's basically the same thing. And does this lead to inequality? Because it's kind of what you said, but it's different.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't.
It was kind of the question I just asked. If we can.
But genetics, yeah.
But
tech is scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I get the epilepsy patch technology, but I didn't pay my $3.99 and have a seizure, I'm gonna crash out. You know what I'm saying? Like if my health becomes a subscription service, I'm gonna revolt.
It is insurance.
Whoa. Oh.
Unpopular opinion.
Whoa.
But,
no. I just, the way you just framed bills as a subscription service is crazy. Yeah, guys, I got that new electricity DLC. Yeah, that's right. I paid for the internet expansion and the gas expansion.
Right.
No, literally, you're right. That's exactly. Holy cow! The way you've just reframed everything. Bills suck way worse now. Isn't it bad that bills are worse? Are bills are not as bad as subscription services in video games? Isn't that actually, like, I feel more terrible? Oh, I hate this. You've ruined. The thing is, I don't know. Inequality, sure. I think because it's like, okay, if I have the like Mecha Bicep 2 and the first Mecha Bicep 3 comes out, that's inequality.
So with the question of,
yeah,
should we pursue it?
Ooh.
Well, hold on. That was we answered that.
Cool.
So, but if we pursue it,
mm-hmm.
or if we don't, let's hypothetically say that we do.
Yeah.
Do you think that it includes AI? And if it does include AI, do you think it changes? Like, okay, for example, let's say that Elon Musk puts AI into the chip that he's trying to put in people's heads.
What do they call that chip?
Brain chip, Neuralink.
Yeah. So this is so much. I really want to digest these part by part, but I will lose it. I want to start here. One, I think we should probably stop cybernetic, like literally just like replace with technology at the point where it is better than the average person, but not superhuman. I think the second we're like, yeah, this is like the Flash, you get the Flash's legs now when you get these robot legs. That's crazy. I just want to say, so if we stop at like peak human, I think that's where we should, or maybe just slightly superhuman, but not like an insanely like crazy thing. I guess peak human is where I say I would draw the line. So let me continue there.
Okay.
I'm going to have a crazy unpopular opinion here. AI is not the bad guy in some cases. And I want to start literally biologically to the longest running creature on our planet, the dinosaur. They had multiple brains. So let's start there. Because they were so massive, their spinal column was really broken up into several sectors like a brain stem. So they would have a brain, for lack of a better term, that would control their back half and one that controlled their front half and larger like cognitive functions. So in that way, if there is a chip that's smarter than me in me, no. But if there is a chip that is dumber than me, that just does menial tasks like, okay, I now have the AI chip that prevents me from ever tripping and falling. Sure, I'll take it. I don't like tripping and falling. The one that like makes me never have to like, I don't know, what's something crazy like something, I don't know. I don't have a better example than like that. If there was an AI chip that's sole purpose is to
never let you drop something.
Yeah, never, like I automatically catch it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, that's a little crazy because that is movement without my declared knowledge. But I guess recorrecting your legs would be too, right? So yeah, like if that's the thing, if I'm definitely smarter and if I can go like this, okay, auto catch mode off. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay, well, I'll fumble this.
But okay, so in the sense, I hear you.
Yeah.
But if you can chat GPT in your brain,
okay,
everyone
like
becomes the smartest person in the world.
Now that's one. Do you know how great arguments are about to be when you're right? Because I try to not argue if I'm wrong. But so like, do you know how much less hassle it is when I just like spam your inbox with proof that you're wrong in the middle of our conversation?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, here's actually live footage of you cheating in the live stream, playing table tennis, arguments over. You know what I'm saying? Like, because no, that's you to me. Like, where you're like, here's live footage of you actually cheating and, this argument's dead. But like, that's if we cared about that argument.
Right. But I'm saying like,
well, what do we think about? Well, I think it's scary because again, I don't want to have to like, when I'm waking up, I don't want to be in sleep mode and be forced to listen to like, I'm just pulling a name, McDonald's ads before I can actually wake up. The advertisements are what scare me about technological implants. Advertisements or corporations taking advantage and making something that should be an assist, a subscription model, or something to completely bleed me of money. I hate this, or of my time, or of my consciousness. Like, that's just is what it is. What do you think?
I think that, I don't know. The first thing that popped in my head when you said that is like, what if everyone is the smartest person in the world?
Yeah.
Then there is no need for money anymore.
Sure. Because
everybody can make their food, they can catch their food, they can grow their food, they can they can build their house, they can do everything that you hire other people to do.
For sure. But you can just do it perfectly.
Right.
No, you're right. And the thing is it's like I'm also perfect at like what do they call it? The thing where you use your own like fecal matter to garden and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like a perfect, what do they call those? Off-grid thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a completely self-sustaining ecosystem where it's like if I know how to do that, like I know parts of it, but I haven't figured out how to make it economical. But it's like if I can just go bink and it's just like in my brain and I can do that, that'd be tight. But does that scare you?
No.
Okay, like, so let me ask you a question. Do you fear inequality or do you like inequality because, like one day you want to be the one above people? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's good to feel better than others. Sometimes, like, that's why we have competitions. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have sports. So it's like, at what point is it like, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm a better person than you. I'm just saying, like, if everyone is completely perfect and gets the exact same speed at like a race, at what point does races no longer matter? And if I'm super into like running a race, that's terrible for me. You see what I'm saying?
Well, see, then I think everything at that point becomes strategy.
Sure.
I mean, everyone will believe, they will do their calculations and believe that there is a different strategy.
Sure.
Because it doesn't, just because you have this thing in your mind that tells you, 1 + 1 = 2,
right,
doesn't mean that the 2 ones aren't switched, so you got there a different way. Does that make sense?
Sure, I'm with you. So instead of like 1 + 2, it's 2 + 1.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that's a better way to explain it.
I understand what you're saying, but it's like, sure, but then like, okay, now everyone has watched that race where I did that and did the change, and now that's the meta instantly.
Yeah. Welcome to Call of Duty and Fortnite.
Well, yeah.
Welcome to competitive games.
Guess what? I don't do that. You see what I'm saying? It's like, and so that's the thing is like, I guess that is competitive games, but like that's the thing is like it doesn't matter if I watch a breakdown of Usain Bolt's running technique, I will never be as fast as him.
Right. But
So
then
yeah.
also you have to think if sure, I guess it takes this is like a rocky road because
Sure.
it not only does it take competition away, which means eventually there will be no games.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Then
Games
we
aren't fun.
become productive. Then we become very, very productive as a civilization.
I agree. I think
At that point, I think we make it to space and colonize other planets.
Sure. Speaking of space, today, like hours ago, NASA found artificial lights, like LED lights, coming off the dark side of a nearby star. It's only 4 light years away. The reason why we've never seen it before is because it's been on the dark side and it's a slow rotation. The James Telescope confirmed it.
How do they? Hey, but how do they know it's artificial?
Because so like lava or fire or like an explosion or something naturally occurring would only give off a certain wavelength of light, and this is giving off like LED lights, like specifically manufactured lights wavelength.
So does this mean that there's aliens?
We don't know. 4 light years isn't that bad. This means the light we're seeing is 4 years ago. So I mean, unless they like popped down, hopped away in 4 years, and we go and they're like nothing there, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so we could make it theoretically.
Oh yeah, we could investigate. We can't move the speed of light, but but I mean, like we could get there in like generations. You see, like we could get there, but like it would be like a Wall-E thing.
Have you seen the? Well, then if it's 4 light years away, I mean that could be an old civilization from millions of years ago that we're just seeing now.
No,
I don't understand.
No,
space.
I understand. I got you. So no, it wouldn't be. 4 light years means it is 4 years old. So light year is a distance light travels in a year. Period. So light moving at the speed of light 100% of the time in a year, that's a light year. That's
right,
the distance.
But by the time we get there,
so light it is 4 light years away, which means we're looking at it. That light that we are receiving is 4 years old. Period. There is no way for it to be better.
The time by the time we get there.
Oh, by the time we get there physically, like we pull up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know about millions, but it'd be a long time. Maybe 200 or 300 years. That's what I'm saying. Like our
Do we even have that long?
On this planet, on this rock that we're on? That's a good question.
Do we even have that long this is crazy.
The only way to make that trip successfully, I just want to start here, is definitely the way Wall-E did it. You make it something you buy in, you pitch it like a cruise, you get people addicted, you get people locked in, and then you give them a way out of it. So they pursue alternative options. You just don't put an AI in charge like they did with Wall-E, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah, but my thing is like, I don't know. By the time we get there, though,
what if they hate us?
Yeah,
what if it's on site?
That's probably the truth.
I agree. I think I'm with you.
But here's my thing: is like so like places like China and Russia and Europe and places Africa, all of these places have been inhabited for thousands and thousands of years.
Mm-hmm.
America's been here for 250.
Yeah.
Are we still around?
America?
Yes. In 200 or 300 years.
I don't know. I do not know.
I know this is like political /
sure world politics. World politics. Is America here? I couldn't tell you. I just don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know. What if it's, that's the thing is like in 100 years, we could all be Uzbekistan. Like Uzbekistan discovers infinium, and infinium gives you infinite power, and Uzbekistan is a fake thing I'm making up. But like, you know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Like, it's over, and it's just like boom. If you can output infinity and you can just turn the sun on somebody, it's over. But like, that's a fictional thing. What I'm saying is like, to be more realistic, there are things that could put a complete quantum shift into everything. Do I think America goes away? The issue with America, I say issue, so let me change my word here. The reason why I think it is hard for me to believe that America goes away is because America isn't where you are or what someone tells you your zone is, or what someone tells you which state of the 50s you're in. America's an ideal. If our flags change, that doesn't quite change us, I think. Do you see what I'm saying? I think the America that I love is
That's
this.
what the Romans thought.
Is it? I mean, more or less. But like
they were only around for.
But also Rome. Okay, well, Rome was around a good little bit.
Yeah,
but
a couple thousand years.
Yes, I agree. But also Rome changed the game. We think and do like this thing we're doing right now because of the Romans. They changed the world completely. So the thing is like even if we're gone, the US of A and the stars and bars and the flags are all gone. Like the thing that we have done is infectious. We have sprung liberty. We have inspired to create, and we have, the pursuit of happiness, I think, is my favorite part about America.
Right.
Is that you have the right to try to do what pleases you the best and makes you the most peaceful. And I think that's great. And I think that's going to be hard to get out of people. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue that.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that it's regardless of who's in the Oval Office or who's in the Supreme Court or who's in Congress, or who's in the representatives, or who's drawing the districts or what. What I'm saying is I believe America is its people and not its government and its ideals and the thoughts there within.
Okay. Well, since we're talking about space.
Sure.
And going to different places.
Yeah.
What do you think are the biggest technological hurdles SpaceX needs to overcome to make Mars colonization feasible?
They got to make Mars more appealing.
How?
Like
what do you mean?
Their current pitch is you go away forever. You get a phone call sometimes when Mars is cooperative.
And you wouldn't do it?
I'm not going. No, absolutely not.
Why?
Are you kidding me? I like frosted mini wheats too much. It's not happening. I can't leave this planet. That's where frosted mini wheats are. You kidding me?
You're telling me.
No, dude, I am not giving up my ability to hop in my whip, go where I want at any given time. No. The freedom I have is too great. I could go to Little Caesars if I wanted to. I can't do that on Mars. I got to go eat potatoes.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. If it's like, hey, you can go visit Mars and it's 8 years of your life, because it's like 4 years there, 4 years back, just giving a ballpark.
If they say you have to go for the next 20 years, what do you say?
20? Ooh. So that's like,
let's say you're like the first expedition. Okay, we'll say 18.
No, I'd like 20. 5 years there, 10 years. No, 5 years getting there, 10 years there, 5 years back.
Yeah.
Let's just something easy like that, right? No. Absolutely not.
What if it's 15? It's 5 there, 5 there, 5 there.
Back. Okay, 5 there, 5 at Mars, 5 back. That's more appealing. But here's what I don't like. If I can teleport to Mars and spend my time there, sure. I could even do 20 years there. I think the part of this that I can't handle is the trip.
Why?
I don't know. I'm going to be an idiot. I'm going to roll the windows down and try to get some, and then kill us all.
Okay, but let's say did you ever watch that show? What's it called?
Star Trek?
What?
I mean, just Star Trek's like the best space.
No, I can't think of it.
What's it about?
It's the show where they take all the bad kids and they drop them on Earth that they haven't been inhabited for a long time.
Whoa, it's like a sci-fi show?
Yeah.
The 100.
The 100.
Shout out Sean, pantomiming from the kitchen. What a legend.
Whoa,
it's a bunch of bad people that they just abduct?
No. Okay. Let's say it's a spacecraft that is that large that travels through space that takes you there. So living
on it's like a city until I get there.
Yeah.
It's in Australia that flies?
It's like a 2B Australia.
Oh.
They offload all of these like prisoner kids.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying the spaceship's the size of Australia. I was like, I think we'll get a Little Caesars in the spaceship if it's that big.
You know what I mean?
So I'm with you.
If it's big enough that like you live comfortably.
Sure. I think I don't know. I'm crazy. Here's the deal. I'm like, man, I don't want to do this, but also I'm like, I'd love to be a vault dweller. I don't know what's wrong with me, and I don't know what the aspect of it being in space changes it, makes me frowny face about it. When like nuclear radiation is also bad, but it's like, I don't know, man. I think I'm autistic and I don't like driving. I don't like being in cars. Yeah.
If this occurs, which I think it will eventually,
Sure.
do you think what type of government do you think goes to space and then Mars?
What type of government?
Yeah.
A unified world government. Before we like take on other planets? Okay.
Like not Star Trek, Star Wars.
I'm thinking Halo. I think Halo's the most realistic.
Okay, but I'm talking like socialist, capitalist, communist.
Interesting. Like
I don't
what type?
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like Democratic Republic, things like that.
Yeah.
What type of society makes it to space first?
No, what type do you think? What do you think society becomes? In the spaceship and going to Mars.
It's hard to not say oligarchy.
Which elaborate.
So that's like the people who are running the show, who are rich or have more power and influence, are running it. So essentially, if I am doing this, my life and entire world is governed by SpaceX. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is like, at that point, it's hard not to say that. But if the answer is like, okay, but barring companies, you know, what government, what structure of like people organizing occurs in space, it's also really hard not to say something like a military chain of command or just straight up communism. I just think that's what the earliest kind of things go to. You know what I'm saying? Like when you freak out and you panic on an island, everyone elects a leader first. Elects or picks a leader. Or a leader, you know, that's not always the case. That's if we got a bunch of cool guys chilling on the island. You could have like one absolute maniac who's like a bodybuilder who's just like, I am the leader. Oh, you're not the leader. And he throws a stone at James, and James isn't there anymore. And guess what? No one's going to speak up like James. You know what I'm saying? James became the red paint that we make the help sign with. That's what happened. So like the thing is,
you think it becomes more of a
dictatorship? I think it becomes like, even if just emotionally, not really. I think I don't know if it's flying in Australia. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a big spaceship, I don't know. If I've got my own house and my own whip in the spaceship,
like Elysium.
Oh,
so say that the spaceship is like Elysium.
Okay, so it's like accessible,
where it's like a donut.
Sure, like a Halo, huh?
Like,
sorry, I just said Halo. I said Halo earlier, and you were like, so what if it was like Halo?
But so like there's like a ecosystem where it's like a donut. It's shaped as a donut.
Cool. Around. Cool. I'd live there for sure. I'd live in Elysium. Elysium's tight.
But I'm saying it goes to Mars. You go there.
Oh, so Elysium is how I get to Mars.
Yes.
Okay.
And how you'll get back.
Tight.
5, 5, and 5.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I might not leave you know how hard it is to get me out of the car? Is when I'm probably, if it's not, okay, just something like Elysium. Like, but what we have. Elysium is, what appeals to me about Elysium is their medical pods. The movie nailed it. Like, the fact that there is a machine that could just fix what's wrong with you is the most valuable part of Elysium. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at. Like, do you know how cool it would be to not have to actually nurse my head injuries? And they just go, cool, we rewired your brain back. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard not to
go just for that.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's hard to say no. But if like, you know, if it's still like, you know, I'd still have to, you know, if I break my arm, I'd still have to get a cast, like modern health.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a harder argument, but I think I'd do it. What? Cryo? Yeah, what about cryo? Great bring up, Sean. Excellent. No, absolutely. Cryo. What if it's cryo? I've seen cryo go wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not getting in the pod. I would. Okay, here's what I'm saying. If they're like, you got the cryo option or the like, you
Tough it out.
the tough it out option, I'm taking the tough it out. I'm not taking the freeze because there's a more of a chance I die, and I trust myself to protect myself when I'm sentient, not a popsicle.
But I'm saying, if you're a popsicle,
Yeah.
here's my thing. Here's my problem with
If
that.
you go peacefully if you're a popsicle. I will say that.
There's that.
Yeah.
But also, you land on Mars.
Yeah.
And then you have the Martian, where you can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
because they were like, they said, well, we sent them. Everyone's dead.
Yeah, no.
And then you land on Mars, and you somehow this one set of
right. No, I'm with you.
Or you're there forever.
Or fuck me. You know what I'll say? Here's what I'll do. I'm Beta Ray Bill. That means nothing to nobody, but here's what it means.
I know what it means.
Okay, fucking right on. So Beta Ray Bill. Oh shit, Sean got Beta Ray Bill. All right, we're doing all right. So Beta Ray Bill, he is the elected person of his race to protect his race on its arc. So it is in a spaceship. They are all cryogenically frozen, and he is like the biggest, chattest, giga horseman of all time. And so they went,
except cool. Bojack.
Bojack Horseman, yeah, valid. Bojack would actually slam Beta Ray Bill. It's crazy, even if he had Mjolnir. But no, but no. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
then there's My Little Pony.
What if? Okay, would you take this deal? What if you get made immortal, like a la Beta Ray Bill?
Yes.
But you have to be awake for millions of years to protect us. You do it? Millions of years alone?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I bet you get good at Fortnite. You're getting the victory royale. You spawn in. You're the only one. Boom. You know? No, they have bots, don't they? Oh no, no wonder you're cracked, bro. Who are you streaming to?
The bots. Is there AI?
Well, they're like lol. To pacify you, there's fake AI comments.
Right.
All right, shit, I'm back in.
I'm just saying.
No, that's tight.
You could make friends with the AI.
Oh. Yeah. That is how. Did you see 2001: A Space Odyssey?
No.
Whoa, really? You need to do that. We need to do that. It's very, very good. Stanley Kubrick is a genius. Did you see The Shining? You can be honest. I'm not getting mad at you.
Talking about like the axe to the door, the woman that doesn't.
And that, so you have not seen, because that is what you remember. That he hasn't seen it, bro. We kind of went on a like what's the Stephen King. We did like a whole thing. I watched that. We watched Misery. We still need to finish Thinner. Yeah, Thinner is we gotta watch Thinner. You told yeah, cool. You should watch 2001: A Space Odyssey. And the reason why I bring it up is because Kubrick directed The Shining. But you should also watch The Shining. It's good. Okay. Go ahead. I apologize. No, # side tangent.
How realistic is Elon Musk's timeline for the Mars mission, considering the current state and technology and SpaceX's progress?
What is his current thing? Because I don't know.
He's catching fucking spaceships out of the sky with arms.
Yeah, okay, so that, yes, but what is his, I'm saying, what is his timeline? You said, how realistic is his timeline? I don't know it. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm asking. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I had it earlier. A crewed mission as early as 2029 and the development of self-sustaining colony by 2050.
Okay. All right. Yes. Yeah, he can do that.
You think we could make it? You think we can make
a crewed mission? He said crewed.
Yeah.
That means like they're bringing like the equivalent of like duct tape to space and hoping. Yes, I think we have that.
It worked in The Martian.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. In 2029,
he put a bag on his thing and was like,
in 3 years, I think he can do it.
You think he could put people on Mars?
No, I think it's a crewed mission and will fail, but I bet you he'll hurl them as best he can. That's what I'm saying. Does it have to be a successful mission?
That's not in the question, but that is what I'm asking.
Oh.
Do you think it is a successful crewed mission?
Oh, no.
By 2029?
Nope. I just don't. I've played enough Kerbal to know where this leads.
Do you think that we could still colonize Mars by 2050?
Yes. I think that's realistic. I think 2050 definitely is. Here's my problem. This is the shot I'll call. I have nothing to base this on, but a hankering. There has been a power vacuum in like spatial development for too long, and SpaceX has been like too dominant. like you know what I mean when I say the fucking? It's like you have had like 6 great days in a row, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Something's about to happen.
Right.
That's what I believe SpaceX is in. It's gotten so many dubs in a row that like I'm like, you can't keep winning. I think something's gonna happen. I don't know what. That's all I'm calling, is that like they may not make it to, they might have to push it back because something crazy happens and they don't, they're not the leading space developer anymore or something, and they're like, okay, our mission will be 2075 now. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, if we don't have the resources to do this, they're not going to burn themselves into the ground trying to meet this arbitrary deadline.
Do you think we see it?
Me and you?
Yes.
I hope we see it from Cape Canaveral and we wave and then we go buy a Coke after. I hope we aren't on the mission. I want to start there.
But I mean, like, do you think we see people living on Mars? Even if it's like astronauts?
Me and you?
Yeah.
No. Here's why. I love you and I love me and I love us. We are living too unhealthily to see this, I think. I think us saying we're going to see 2050 is a shot in the dark.
It's 25 years from now.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I got that.
No?
No, I have no clue.
I mean, nobody does.
Correct. That's where I'm at. But let me just say, like, our health factors, you know what I'm saying? There you go. You're vaping. You know, like that shortens your lifespan.
5,000 subs, I'll quit.
Oh, on God?
On God.
Oh no. You it's crazy how much I care more about your subscribers than mine right now. You got me fucked up. 5K is all I gotta get you to?
5 subs on YouTube. Actually,
yeah, what's good?
I'll lower it. 3K subs on YouTube.
3K subs
and 15K on TikTok.
Okay, we'll take it. Taking that to the bank. Can we lower it again?
No.
Okay, damn it. I really thought I could. Let's give me 50.
No, you hit 10K way crap. So we're gonna leave it at 15.
Son of a bitch. All right, cool.
Okay. So, what specific innovations does SpaceX need to develop for sustainable human life on Mars?
I think they need to get something they are probably not investing any money into, and I think you need to invest money in early, is pacification. If you cannot keep the people that are flying to Mars happy, the trip doesn't go well.
So here's my questions on that.
Yeah.
Have we created artificial gravity?
I don't know.
And the other thing is water. Well,
don't we have the gravity particle now? Didn't we discover the graviton? Like, yeah. I mean, that's a huge step for that.
I could,
like, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. But I think we've identified it. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't actually mean anything because we knew about light before we saw the photon, but
a China-led team has detected the first experimental evidence for particles that behave like a graviton.
Okay,
yet like a graviton has never been detected in history. Even the idea of spotting one was long thought impossible.
So right now we have felt the electromagnetic waves. We haven't found the magnet of the graviton. Essentially, we have seen the evidence of a graviton, but not the graviton.
Correct.
So we're close. I don't think we get there by the time that. If you got to say, do we have artificial gravity by 2050? No.
So
I think in 2050, all cars are completely made out of plastic, though. That's a call I'll make. Plastic's like going to be everything.
My next question is water.
Yeah, what about it?
Because
you're drinking your pee. You are.
Okay.
But yeah.
Oh, on Mars?
Yeah.
Okay. But what I'm saying is like we can't. God is which unpopular opinion, or maybe I don't know.
I don't know,
but
your opinion. That's
my
all
opinion
I care about.
is that God is the only one that can take a hydrogen and 2 oxygen, smash them together, and have a drop of water.
Sure. Yeah, we can't even do that.
Right.
Like I'm with you. Sure. Yeah. No, I don't think we're creating water. I could be wrong. We could just like tomorrow create covalent bonds artificially, but I don't think we do that. So, I mean, water's a real tough one. Do you know how much? I just realized how much of the like Mars trip is fuel and water. Like
That's what
so
I'm
much,
saying.
so much of that is just hauling whatever that is. Do you think we use solar sails? I don't think we get solar sails. I don't think so either.
I don't think we figure out solar sails.
I don't think we get solar sails for not by 50.
No.
Yeah, not by 50. Also, I just want to say this: solar sails does not help us with a short-term distance that is Mars. Solar sails is for like we really need to get moving out of this galaxy. We need to get gone because it's like it's an exponential growth type of thing. Like you are going to be very slow for a very long time. So the thing is like you get rockets to get you out of the solar system, then you turn the solar sail on if you're doing it. But that's if.
I don't think we use it.
Solar sails are just really cool to me. You know what? For those who don't know, it's a theoretical thing where it's like instead of using like wind to sail, we would create this giant net of energy or something that would be propelled by photons pointing behind us. Essentially, we would line up with the sun perfectly for where we wanted to go, and the photons would transfer enough energy over enough time that it would get us moving.
I don't know if that works though.
It is theoretical. I mean, if it's an energy net.
Yeah, but here's the problem with the net.
Yeah, what is it powered by?
Here's the problem with the net.
Yeah.
You can throw light
Sure.
at 2 slotted holes and you get a straight line.
Sure. Fucking, I didn't even think about the quantum side of the solar sail.
So at what point does the photons go through the net unless they have something pulling them towards it?
Yeah.
Which
at that point
that brings in electromagnetism.
I was gonna say,
and that's just
cool. The thing I think if we're leaving the solar system, I think it's a nuclear engine. I just want to start there. I think we do the thing where you drop the bomb and ride it. That's what I think happens. If we got to do it now,
I was gonna say you
get
in a rock,
poof, and you go.
Yeah.
We are gonna catch the manhole cover. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
You know, if you guys didn't know, when we were testing for the Manhattan Project during the creation of the atom bomb, we tested like what we thought was going to be a very insignificant test. So what we did was we created these like super thick lead-lined concrete bunker, and then on the top we welded, because we thought this would be enough, a manhole cover to the top. And we miscalculated by like, I think it's a magnitude of like 10,000, or it was like 10 million or something. It's something crazy. But we have one frame of the manhole cover and then nothing else. It was just, it is the fastest moving man-made object ever, because they have calculated in like super fast.
First of all, if you guys haven't seen Oppenheimer, you should watch it. Second,
I'm waiting to watch it with you.
Okay, we need to watch it.
Yeah.
It's great. It's crazy.
I'm sorry you're going to hate me. We're going to have to catch it on one of those IMAX rewatches that they're going to be doing. So
you want to see it in the theaters?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, so we could technically just watch it in my house. Anyway.
Like, I know we could watch it. I want to experience it in IMAX. Like, I'm not often sold on gimmicks, but when, let me just put it this way. The director has never once gone, you have to see it in IMAX. And now homie's like, you got to see this one in IMAX. And he has other movies that he also hasn't said that about since.
Right.
So I think I have to see this one in IMAX, I think.
Okay. So we'll go do it.
Cool.
How crazy do you have to be?
Me?
No.
Okay. Just a person.
Here's the thing. They thought there was a high chance that they dropped this bomb.
And it destroyed the planet. Destroyed the planet. Yeah.
How crazy do you have to be?
To go forward anyways?
Yes. To be like, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll play. Quite crazy. I also think if you're in a room where the government is like, this is what we need to do, and you're surrounded by the smartest people, you got to also understand that if you decline and everyone in that room declines, guess what happens? Stupider people are now going to do the project, and the chances of it blowing up the planet has gone up. So the only logical thing you can do as a smart person is say yes and hope that you are smart enough to prevent the planet from blowing up.
Yeah, but even if they did all of the calculations, that doesn't change the calculations.
I understand. What I'm saying is the only thing that does guarantee change the statistics to a negative is if you walk away. That's what I'm saying. Is like if the smartest people in the room leave, it is now the dumbest people that are doing it.
Okay.
And I'm not saying I'm the smartest person.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I see the think tank that's around me and it's good, I think I stick to it.
So let me ask you this.
Sure.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Sure.
When did they drop bombs?
World War II.
Which was
the 40s.
Okay. You're the scientist.
Okay.
You have this in your brain.
I am Oppenheimer. Sure.
Nobody else knows.
Okay. Do I tell someone?
Hold on.
Oh. So I'm not Oppenheimer. Go ahead.
Do you make the bomb?
If I've just thought of it and no one else has ever thought of it?
The whole world.
No. There's a lot of stuff I've thought about that I went, cool, and we're never thinking about this again, and I lose it. You know how much of those I've forgotten, and I live a peaceful existence now because I
think you do.
You think I make it?
No.
You think the person?
I think I do.
You think you do? Sure. I mean, I guess at that point At that point, do you like shop around to see who gets the biggest stick, or because you're making the biggest stick? You know what I'm saying? Like the big stick thing that Teddy Roosevelt said, like, you know, you rule with the big stick, which means you have like the best weapons or the best army or what have you, right?
Right.
So are you just, you know what? We're getting into some crazy questions, so we'll duck this one.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah, this one's actually where we start. That one, I think we're good. But like, so you make it? I don't know if I do. I think
Yeah.
I think I go, huh, and then go to bed. You know, like.
Here's my thing, man.
Yeah. Sure.
What wins wars?
Yeah, the big stick.
When we fought people with.
When the America.
No.
Oh, okay.
When civilization came up with projectiles.
That was it.
We started winning against the people with rocks and sticks. And when I say projectiles.
You mean like arrows? Or spears,
projectiles,
or javelins.
I mean fucking slingshots.
Sure.
I mean, think about David and Goliath.
Yeah, it's a good example.
I mean, just this is.
No, I'm with you.
Religious, but
no, I'm. What you're saying is
think about David and Goliath though. That rock.
Yeah, did it.
Hit it right here in the forehead.
And if he knew more about slingshots, I'm sure he would have worn a helmet. I'm with you. I understand the concepts of the argument you're making. The thing is that like we are talking about, unfortunately, like untold devastation. You know, that's the problem. Is that
I agree with you.
It's like there's no like, oh man, you really socked him. It's like if David had a nuke, I'm sure the Bible would be different. You know,
it's not so much a cast of an arrow.
Yeah.
The hit of Zeus's lightning bolt.
Sure. Yeah, I'm with you. Like, but no, I. So you're saying is like, you would do it in the case that we have a big enough enemy. If we have a Goliath that this is a sling for, you do it.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually with you because I'm not going to lie to you. If I'm staring down the Axis powers, that is Goliath. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you. You convinced me.
I just think, here's my thing. Regardless of whether it is that, or if it is a nuke,
yeah,
or not a nuke,
right?
If let's just say we're on different sides of the war, and here's my argument.
Cool. Yeah.
If whether you have a nuke or not, you have a big stick.
Sure.
At the end of the day, the world's wars, not world war, but the world's wars that may come, have passed. It is nothing but a fucking pissing match.
You're right.
And obviously there was reasons. So like World War II, there was the enslavement and
sure, yeah, I'm with you.
Of people and
terrible things, right? Both, yeah,
and
everyone was terrible.
I'm bad at World War One. I don't even know
World War One's the trench war. That's all I kind of remember.
I don't remember what it was fought for.
I will say the coolest, real quick. I say cool asterisk. Interesting is what I'll say. Interesting part about World War One is that like World War One has so many types of war in it Like this is the war where we got tanks, trenches, horseback riding, shotguns, everything. There's every type of war was in World War One. Like the fact that like people rode against tanks on horses and like elephants and shit is insane. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's an interesting one. There's a reason why it's called the Great War. You know, like it was all the wars in one. It was water. It was water versus land. It was land versus land. It was you know what I'm saying? It was every stage of war. Yeah, it was insane. And everyone always seems to remember the trenches, and that's fair. But like I'm more like the African like side of the war.
I just
you know. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What I was getting at was like, if you have
the big stick,
I now have to
create the big stick, bigger stick. Here's also the thing that I'll say that convinced me to make it is that if I don't make it, I can't morally choose someone I think who could handle that stick better. But if I choose not to make it and Billy Joe makes it, who is a terrible decision maker, and now gives the big stick to the wrong person, and I chose to sit it out, that's on me. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like if they're like, if it's like, okay, I can do this, it's scary, but I need to find the right person I trust to do this. That is an action. That is a choice. By not choosing the statistical, like, you know, the thing of thought, where it's like, if you thought it, someone else has thought it. I have this for as long as someone else doesn't think this.
Okay. Now, there is one thing that a really smart guy said that I do believe 120,000%.
That's a lot of percent.
And you might know who I'm talking about, but I'm going to say
okay.
I'm going to roughly quote this. The war after nukes will be fought with sticks and stones.
I'm with you. 100%.
Do you know who said that?
Was that Rogan?
No, it was Albert Einstein.
Oh wow, got him. I've heard Rogan say that enough, so it's like I think of that when I hear it. That was Albert Einstein.
I believe so.
Wow, that's a good one. I agree. Could be. Yeah, let's quote. I know I've heard Rogan say it, and that's why I said him. I don't even listen to Rogan like that. He just brings that up sometimes. Homie just be saying stuff for real. Oh. I know this mic is on my
Albert Einstein. Yeah,
cool. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know with which weapons World War III will be fought, but I know World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones.
That's good. I agree. Can I tell you something that I kind of like a thought experiment I had?
Or no.
Cool. Okay, I won't.
Keep it to yourself.
Great.
You just said that you think of things and
no, I'm with you. I saw this rather, and it inspired me to really do a deep dive because I was like, yes. But, so do you know that like when we reset, it's coming, I just don't know if it's our generation, the next generation. I think there's going to be a reset. There always is in society's ups and downs. It's waves. Everything's waves. But like,
Graham Hancock,
crazy.
I believe it.
We don't make it out of the Industrial Revolution, and here's why.
This time?
The next cycle, we don't make it out of the Industrial Revolution for the following reason. I didn't know this, but 90-something% of the coal that was used during the Industrial Revolution was what's called scavenger coal. Literally surface coal that we found and used. And if we do not have that anymore, because check it out, we used it all. That's why we started going down. But by then we already made the machines that went down and helped us. So the thing is like, if we can't get to extraction, there is no surface coal anymore. We don't make it to the point where iron advances to steel. We just don't.
You don't think you could do it with steam?
Me? I have all the knowledge now. Yes, I think.
You don't think somebody could figure that out?
No, I'm saying a complete reset. It's really hard. It's going to be really hard to replace coal during the Industrial Revolution.
I personally believe we've done it.
Like, yeah, we did it because we had the surface coal. It's gone.
I personally believe that we have reset.
Right now?
Yeah, we have reset multiple times.
Oh, I'm with you.
I believe Graham Hancock's theory of the Younger Dryas period, which there was an advanced civilization.
Sure.
I don't know how advanced, but I personally think that they might not have been like us, but that they were.
Do you think they could have been aliens that settled? Because I know some people go there.
I don't know.
Here, explain,
But I
by the
don't
way,
think-
for the people who don't know the theory, if you will.
So I don't. I'd have to look it up to explain it correctly.
Okay, well, I mean, you can do that if you want. Here, I'm actually going to take a quick pause, anyways, while you look that up. I have to use the latrine, so quick hiatus. We're going to pause this right now. We'll see you on the other side, guys. Sorry, we're back. Sorry about that. Mother Nature calls. Sometimes you were saying about the theory.
So the Younger Dryas impact hypothesis is a recent theory that suggests that the I don't know what that word is.
The Younger Dryas impact hypothesis is a recent theory that suggests that a cometary or meteoric body or bodies hit and or exploded over North America 12,900 years ago, causing the YD climate episode, extinction of the Pleistocene megafauna, demise of the Clovis archaeological culture, and a range of other events. So, okay, cool.
So basically, what
to break that down?
So I've heard him talk about it, and
Sure.
so basically, what he believes is that while it also it's a between basically dinosaurs, or it's between like Ice Age and now.
Sure.
Right, or maybe it's
12,900 is quite recent compared to the Ice Age.
So, but he says that it created another small ice age because
when
it hit the Earth, ash and everything hit the atmosphere and covered the Earth.
I'd love to talk to somebody who, because I doubt, maybe you do have the answers. What's the answer for carbon dating, explaining things to be a lot older then?
So,
yeah,
answer for that. Carbon dating. There is a large group of people that believe carbon dating is not accurate.
I know
because of the flood.
I agree with the flood. I agree with that theory. That I believe it to
but in
occurred.
Saying that there is another large, in my opinion, sect of that group that believes that the Earth is only 5,000 or 6,000 years old.
Right. I don't know if I'm there. I don't know. I don't know where I am. Here's the thing. I think sometimes I'll avoid making decisions on things like this because to me it's like completely inconsequential. I don't really care about how I feel, how old the Earth is. I'm grateful that it's here, and I'm going to be grateful tomorrow, and I was grateful yesterday. And that's the time frame I care about, really. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this doesn't matter to me, day to day.
So with this theory, though, there's believed that there's civilizations way
earlier
than 12,900.
Sure.
It believes that
was when they stopped.
When they took out.
Oh,
so
I see.
He went to a place called Göbekli Tepe.
Okay. Yeah.
There's
was that like, where is that? South America?
I believe so. Don't
quote you. Okay, cool. Man, good luck spelling that. I'm dyslexic and I couldn't.
It is in Turkey.
Turkey. Okay, cool.
And there's other places that they've dated back way further.
Sure.
That to like, I want to say like 40 or 50,000 years.
But still. So these super advanced societies, you think we are in the come up of that?
Yes.
Okay. So 12,000. Yeah.
So hunter-gatherer. So basically, okay, yeah. So scientists believe that anything before that, they were just hunter-gatherers.
Sure.
So that they were like Neanderthals.
Yeah, I'm with you. Sure.
He believes, and there's a lot of people believe, me included, that there was ancient civilizations that were not that.
Sure.
They built things. The reason why Göbekli Tepe is a important argument there is because it's made out of rocks.
Sure.
It's cut it's not just.
It's really impressive for an ancient city.
It's very impressive for hunter gatherers.
Right, fair. Like they don't even have a drill. What are we doing? No, I'm with you. Or like tools.
Right. There's places like this everywhere.
That's crazy.
There's cities that people have looked for, like in the Amazon.
Sure. No, yeah.
That there's mass that they've done what's it called? LiDAR things over the Amazon.
Whoa. Like depth checks?
Yeah, where they basically send LiDAR down.
Sure.
And it
that was crazy.
That scared me.
Yeah, sorry, the temperature of my water bottle changed the climate, so it popped.
They traced the crust basically of the ground, and they found many ancient cities, pyramids.
Nice.
There's places like I don't remember what it's called, but like Snake Hill or whatever in Ohio.
Wow, that's some even over here.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
There's pyramids over here.
I did know about those. Yeah. Can I tell you something very scary, and you promise you won't get mad at me?
What?
This is something. Okay, I want to start by saying I have no issues with this people. I want to start by saying this. Okay, it's just how I was raised, so I have inside knowledge. Did you know that the Mormons believe this?
What?
They believe in many Gardens of Eden that were placed all over the world that multiple people sprouted from. It's just that the Bible highlights Adam and Eve, but they believe that there were these superstructures that taught people to be civilized, was made by God and stuff.
This kind of goes off of that. Kind of. So basically, there's a story.
Sure.
And the story is that one man or one person or one family,
one really good stone worker,
Noah,
sure,
is what we as Christians would call it,
sure,
or call him, came and everyone else was gone, and he came and repopulated, retaught things,
sure,
whatever. And
a survivor of this previous era,
right?
Whoa!
And there's theories that the reason there is pyramids here and pyramids here and pyramids here, so on and so forth, is because there is not one Noah, but that's many. What we call it. There's multiple, and there's
like Gilgamesh and stuff.
I don't know about all that.
Gilgamesh had a giant flood and he survived.
But the story is that there's this same story told
a lot
with a different name,
sure,
of this one person that came and basically retaught everybody.
You know what is crazy about that too? That puts this like some plausibility, at least for me. Biblically, we are taught that people used to live longer too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mean like, oh man, 90. I mean like Methuselah was like several hundred years old.
Right.
And so the thing is like, if you think of it as like a remnants of a past society, you know what I'm saying? Like, if, I don't know, maybe they are more so insanely healthy that they could survive longer in our atmosphere, than we currently can, because they came from something better. You see, they were such an efficient human that they don't break down.
That too.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
The oxygen, it was more oxygen rich back in the day. You're right.
Yeah. The megafauna, that's literally what this is about. Yeah, is that the plants were also different.
Right.
Whoa, dude. We
need to research it. I'm telling you, dude, it's interesting. I've done all this.
No, I'm going different. I think we need to do like hyperoxygenating. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Where you just, I've heard it's healthy. I heard it helps. Someone told me rather. I have no clue other than do you know what this process is?
No.
Hyperoxygenation? I don't know either. But I've had enough people be like, "Oh, you had a concussion? You should do this." And I'm starting to think I should do it. Chad, if you know what it is or anything, let me know.
Put it down in the comment.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so this whole it's crazy.
This has some legs to it. I like this theory.
If you haven't researched it or if you haven't even watched videos on it,
Sure.
I encourage you to
I
do
have
that.
heard it. And here's the deal. The way it was described to me prior to reading that statement is not how I understood it. The way it was described to me is that like they were less like a survivor or a descendant and more like an exile of war is something
Right.
I've been told. Is that like it was like, oh, they did something so bad. And then that is what caused the problem, and they are now to punish for it around. Have you heard that one too?
No.
Okay, that's one I've heard.
Which is why I encourage you to
look into it. Sure, yeah.
It's just this has been interesting to me for years.
That's cool. Yeah, how have we never talked about this? We're just crazy.
I usually ask you questions.
That's valid. And that's crazy. Bing.
It's a really interesting topic. I believe that there was ancient civilizations. Like I said, I don't think they were this, but I do think that they were way more advanced than what we give them credit to be.
Mm-hmm. I think we got the bad timeline that leads to like dream advertisements.
So basically, at the end of the day, it explains how did we get these limestones
I'm with you
for the pyramid. How did we know? We still can't figure out how they transported this limestone for the pyramids from hundreds of miles away.
Wow.
And cut them in such particular ways that
no, I understand. I understand where you're going with this. To go back to the original thing, we would find coal. We would figure out a way that is completely imperceivable to us right now, but coal would happen.
Right.
You're fucking right. No, 100%. It's the spirit of human engineering. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't give up.
And here, my argument isn't that we would find coal
or a replacement.
We would find something.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the end of the day, I believe you could use water as
steam.
Fuel.
So the problem with steam is that you need a pressure chamber, and for a pressure chamber, you need steel. Iron just ain't gonna cut it. I mean, I guess you could do low pressure. Sean brought up a good argument. Do you think that if we don't have coal, surface coal, do we find like naturally occurring radioactive substances and use that? Or because we have no way to detect that, the rock makes us feel bad and this is probably something we can use, we just probably avoid it or don't even realize, right? Do you see what I'm saying? We don't have a Geiger counter in the complete reset, so we don't know but it's an interesting thought. If enough people die around it, they go, well, there's something.
I don't know.
What about magnets? Naturally occurring magnets. Do we use that to make electricity? We wouldn't get there.
I think we would.
Maybe.
I think we would.
Maybe. The thing is like, have you ever seen? If you love this exact thought process of like a complete reset, but you know what we're doing, I have a great anime recommendation for you, and I never recommend anime.
Dr. Stone?
Dr. Stone.
I watched it.
Oh my God, you have?
Yeah.
Did you love it?
Yeah.
Great. Guys, this is the best day ever. When did you watch Dr. Stone?
A couple months ago.
Dude, did you cry during the glasses scene? I cried.
No.
I cried like a baby. When oh my God, the kid could see for the first time. Oh my goodness.
I haven't watched season 3.
All right. I won't talk anymore. I don't think I've seen much. I think I saw season 1. So you've probably seen more than me. For real?
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, let's get back onto the subject.
Onto the Mars subject. Should Mars be colonized or if there's even a remote possibility of indigenous life or microbial ecosystems?
Man, that's a good question, because it's like, if we go to Mars, are we disturbing some natural process that resets the planet?
Right.
Fuck, dude, I don't know.
And what ethical questions arise from the idea of colonizing another planet, particularly in terms of who gets to go first?
I think the guinea pigs go first.
Who's the guinea pigs?
The people volunteering.
Yeah. Yes, but who's going to volunteer?
I don't know. Not me. That's all I know.
And what if it no longer becomes a volunteer process?
So like Earth's done and we know when it's going to go kaboom. So everybody's got to get off in an orderly fashion. Who goes first? The elites.
I mean, you're not wrong. Rockefellers.
Right. Kenny Omega. You know, the Young Bucks, the elites. You know what I'm saying?
No, Young Bucks don't get to go.
Oh, come on. What are you talking about? Of course they do.
No.
The Young Bucks are booking themselves. Of course they go to space.
No. How can we ensure that the colonization of Mars does not replicate Earth's environmental mistakes?
Well, I have great news. It is hard to mess up fuck and all.
It's hard to mess up nothing.
It is hard to fuck up Mars because it is as fucked up as anything could be. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. If we find a way to leave Mars worse, I think we are done as like a people, as like a race. I think we don't go anywhere else. That we are on Earth, and that is we have made that our fuck up. You see what I'm saying? Like what does get worse than Mars? Like how much worse can that get? No atmosphere, light magnetic poles, some water sometimes.
We think.
No, it's ice, isn't it? Yeah,
it's ice.
It's ice. I just don't know. What do you think of you know about super virus?
That's if we melt some fucking ice on Mars and they come back with some super strain
advanced Ligma 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say some super strain of fucking E. coli.
It's sad.
They have to stay.
And that's what got the Martians.
Unfortunately, it's gonna be televised, and unfortunately for them, suck it up. Yeah. You get to stay there. So
can I real quick tangent? Something that's been terrifying me. Can I share it with you? Have you heard of mirror life?
No.
Okay, so life, everything that has life that we have kind of experienced has DNA or RNA, right?
Okay.
DNA and RNA spin one way. Every biological attack, cough, cold, sneeze, virus, bacteria, everything. Well, bacteria is a bit big. Bacteria will attack the cell, but there are things that attack the DNA of what you are, right? Is how a lot of these bacteria work. Is they will try to attack your DNA, and then that cell breaks down and it's not healthy anymore. Here's the thing. Our entire what do they call it? The system that keeps you safe, immune system.
Yeah.
Our immune system has only ever experienced right turning DNA. Well, if we make a bacteria that's left turning, does any of that experience matter? You see that's the question that's been terrifying me. Is if the common cold just gets put into a mirror and is now turning left, does that completely no diff our entire immune system?
I think so.
I think so too. Isn't that scary?
First of all, listen, regardless of what you believe, my opinion is, and this is definitely going to be controversial.
Oh, is this where we go into the...
Love it, brother.
Oh,
Love it for you. Sorry about it. Sorry if you don't agree with me. But I don't know what society does because we had the coronavirus happen.
And that was low key.
And people wouldn't stop fucking with toilet paper.
Yeah. Yeah. And what happens? I'm with you. If there is no, you just die if you catch this cold.
Right.
Fuck, I don't know.
And regardless of what you think of I don't want to say the vaccine.
Sure.
If we can't fix it,
yeah,
because we don't understand how it works,
right? It's over.
It's, in my opinion, if they came not the coronavirus vaccine. The only reason why I said I don't know how you feel about it is because this is I brought up the vaccine, which is going to be totally different.
Sure,
but in this case, we won't understand how it works. So they're literally going to be fucking throwing blow darts
to see what sticks
and sticking it at people because they don't know. It's not like.
Do you want to hear something scary?
What?
That's what we're doing now. That's what medical testing is.
Yes.
Educated spitballing.
But we know, for example, we know that the coronavirus has been around.
Yeah.
It's not new.
Yeah.
You know, regardless of popular
it had a big
opinion,
surge. Yeah.
Coronavirus has been around.
Right.
So we knew about it, but the thing with it is that it just happened to get a new variant, I guess.
And it spiked, yeah.
And it spiked. So with this, something that's going this way turns around and goes this way. They're literally gonna be fucking throwing darts at a board trying to fucking hit it.
That's the thing, is that like it's also like, you know, what scientist is gonna willingly get near that to test? Because it's like, okay, I dropped the petri dish. My entire lab is done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the type of thing I think we're on. But like that's just a theory. Sorry, you have more questions. I just wanted to talk about Mirror Life. Oh man, we're not even close. Cool. Dude, I love this. This might be the extra long episode.
This is definitely going to be the extra long episode.
I love how you're like, I'm not trying to get out at 4.
Already at 2:30 in the morning. By the way, we are doing this at 2:25 in the morning.
Love it.
GG's. So what economic model does Musk envision for Mars? How will a Martian economy function without traditional Earth-based resources?
Man, I don't know. We'll have to ask Elon. I would hope that he has room enough in his heart to not try to make completely everything run through Tesla or SpaceX or whatever, right? If it's like, okay, if you want to set up a business on Mars to, you know, work with the other Martian settlers, you have to also cut in Tesla. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I just don't know. The thing is like, I like to think that he is smart enough to understand, you know, that would be a very gracious thing to do. But does he do it? I think it's like, okay, if SpaceX can get your business to Mars, you owe SpaceX. But if you can get there, then you can, you know, then you don't have to cut SpaceX in. It's kind of my thought. I think that might make the most sense, but I don't know. I don't know if there is an economy on Mars. I think, unfortunately, if we go to Mars, we are back in hunter-gatherer. If we are hungry, we need to plant more potatoes, and then the potatoes will be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just spitting literally from the Martian here.
Right.
But, like, that's what the thing is I think what we have is completely collapsed if we go. We don't have anything close to this. I think it is a system of needs and fulfilling those.
So do you think that the investment in Mars's colonization is justified when compared to solving Earth's pressing issues like climate change and poverty?
Not at all.
So basically, from what I've got from that, in layman's terms, do you think it is more important getting to Mars than it is to solve climate change and poverty?
I don't have the full perspective. I think if I'm Elon Musk, I might try to go to space and might try to go to Mars, right? I don't know what inspired him to do that. But if he has some knowledge that's like, he knows that Earth goes kaboom 2075 and that's why he's trying to get out by 2050, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right. But like, you know, if not, you know, and it's like, well, that's what the climate, you know, science is saying, is that like, you know, we will be dead, you know. But the thing is like, if you ask certain climate scientists in, you know, when the science was a bit more inaccurate, their scales were saying we would be dead already. So the thing is like, I haven't looked through all the science. I'm not a climate scientist. So I'm not saying the world can no diff what we're currently doing. But what I am saying is, I don't know, making electric cars is a good step forward. It's just not good for the climate because, like, you know about this, right? Electric cars are like way worse for the climate. You know about this? You don't know. Okay, so like the nickel that's used in their batteries is super bad for the environment to mine. They break down a lot shorter of a time. They break down in a lot shorter of a time span than like your traditional engines. And when they are completely totaled, they are completely in total waste because you can't, like a car, you could recycle theoretically parts of it, but it's like the battery is completely shot, and these cannot be recycled and things like that. I mean, parts of it can, but not super efficiently. But here's the real kicker. Most of our power grid is still using fossil fuels. So if you plug into the wall right now and you are using an electric car, you are using fossil fuels. That's the big joke.
So then at what point?
I don't want to say joke. It's a good effort to try to get us there. In a world where we can just go, screw it, all of Utah is a solar panel. You know what I'm saying? And like we have infinite supply.
Yeah, but like at what point are we? No.
Reword.
I don't know how to ask what I'm trying to say. I guess at what point are we moving past fossil fuels and moving to nuclear?
Unfortunately, I don't think the common man can be trusted with nuclear. But there is that egg that came out. What? The egg. You don't know about the egg. I think it was Exxon. I think. Here, I'll Google so I don't misspeak. But there is a nuclear reactor that is like the size of like this. It's a big white egg. And this gentleman has been using it in his home to power his home for the past 6 months or whatever at this press conference. That's what he says. Here's the thing. Unfortunately, if the common man can't be trusted with something as small as the smoke detector, there is no world where we mass produce nuclear reactors. You see what I'm saying? And here's what I mean by the smoke alarm. You know about the nuclear Boy Scout? Oh, wow. So there was a Boy Scout. I don't know when, don't know where, don't know why. But he got a whim. He got on a whim. He was like, I'm going to do for a science fair. I'm going to like create a nuclear reaction, a nuclear reactor. And so what he does is he buys a bunch of smoke detectors because smoke detectors have a nuclear isotope in them, or like, element in them. That's what I meant, called americanium. So how a smoke detector works is americanium sensor. Americanium is constantly irradiating this sensor. If that sensor is ever like interrupted, alarm goes off. A lot of it's a super small chamber, so one of the only things that can really interrupt it is smoke. So that's how a smoke detector works, right? What he does is he gets all of this americanium and gathers it from like hundreds and thousands, I don't want to say thousands, but hundreds of smoke detectors, and he builds a nuclear reactor. Completely irradiates himself. I don't know if his health was altered, but like the FBI had to come confiscate it. Or the government did. I don't know if it was the FBI.
Do you think they should be able to do that? This is should the farmer be able to make the spaceship argument?
No, and the thing is that's where I'm at. Is that like unfortunately, when it comes to something this dangerous, no. Spaceship, sure. As long as it's using jet
but it's
fuel.
the same argument.
Why?
Because yes, a nuclear reaction can cause mass destruction.
Right.
So could a falling ship.
Yeah, but like not to the degree that is.
I don't know.
Like, okay, like you get a rocket going as fast as you can, and
then you throw it at a couple of buildings. We've been there. I mean,
okay,
I hate to
like
make
no,
it, I hate to make that a joke.
No, I'm with you. That's a lot. That's a lot of devastation. I'm saying a nuclear blast is more.
I hear you.
So, like, I mean, the thing is like, is the americanium blast gonna like completely devastate a city? Probably not. Probably more like, like a rocket's devastation. But I'm not talking about americanium. I think let me look up this egg because I didn't even do that like I said I would. Oop. My FBI agent's gonna be like, nuclear reactor at 2 a.m. Locking that one in. Gonna go ahead and remember that. Nuclear egg is gonna be crazy. It's Enron, and it's an egg that can completely replace your entire house's power system forever.
And you don't think you don't, and you have to pay a subscription for it.
Yep. Bills.
But do you think that you should be able to, if you pay a subscription for it,
mm-hmm.
do you think you as a consumer should have to know how to maintain it?
Yes, I think like all things dangerous, you should have to understand it before you are given permission to use it. Okay.
What
did you mean? I'm sorry.
Do you, not you, but do you,
like yes, generally
understand how we get electricity?
Me personally, yeah. Okay, the people, no. And they still use it.
Right.
Okay. So like here's the difference. If we can put the egg per household, 100 feet deep into the ground, and it's lead chambered, but it does wire up to the house, and it's completely untamperable except for those who are licensed to go that deep and touch it, right? That's the only solution I have, is that you put it completely out of the reach of people. The average public does not interact with it, then yes. But if I've got to go, well, honey, did you buy the replacement gear for the egg? Uh-oh. That's not okay.
I hear you.
Because there's enough people that are trying to get their car limping along, and then they accidentally rear end somebody. So I'm saying you can't trust the human factor. So if it becomes a utility like all other things do, and it becomes something that is completely inaccessible by the public, yes. But if I make this at the house, I would kind of hope that someone comes knocking on my door. You see what I'm saying?
How did they know he was making it?
Well, they'd probably track my purchases.
Should they be able to do that?
Yes.
Why?
Well, to prevent things like this. So you don't think in any circumstances someone should be monitored by a government? No?
I believe in very small governments. I'm a libertarian, Cody.
No, that's fair. The thing is that, okay, here's the thing. When it comes to recreational use of whatever you want to recreationally use, I don't give a shit. When we're talking about nuclear reactors, I think we can be cautious.
I don't think it's any of the government's business what I do, when I do it, and how I do it.
All right, are we uploading this episode right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I just want to say confidence. I don't know what to say. Is what I'll say. Sure. You have no capability to make a nuclear reactor, so we'll start there. Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
And here's also the preface to that.
Yeah.
Just because I believe the government shouldn't have any say over what I do, how I do, when I do,
doesn't change that
they do.
Right.
I can't snap my fingers and change the fucking government.
No. I'm not shaming you or being like, Devin, what this system you've pushed upon us is. It's terrible.
I just don't think that, you just made the joke. I don't think that the government should have an FBI agent that gets to check out what you're doing. I know it's a joke,
but okay. So there is no point on I am doing sketch stuff where you go, I am okay that this is the point where I get monitored?
No, because we live in a society that is supposed to be, you are innocent until proven guilty.
Sure.
You should be given the opportunity to become guilty before you are monitored and proven not innocent.
Now, I love this. I love this in theory. But with something that can completely take a city off and its inhabitants off the map, I think that's where I draw the line. If it's okay if you don't. Because the thing is you're right. Here's another thing. This is another real world thing. I'll look it up just so I can actually just read you the article here and not just summarize it terribly.
Okay, well, then you listen to this
Go ahead. Cool.
While you look it up. So my argument is that if the government, which they are, is secretive and doesn't tell us things, Why? And we can't peek into the things that they have blacklisted and classified and whatever. Why should they be able to look in on us? Who are they to tell us, you can only do X, Y, and Z, and once you get to this point, you have to stop. But they're hiding what's in Area 51, whether it be aliens or fluffy bunnies that they're experimenting on. You see what I'm saying? I just disagree that should be that should be allowed.
I understand. Okay. So I've got duped. This thing I was going to bring up was actually false. So never mind. But this is to your point. If this were true, let's talk about this. It says Florida man arrested for using lost nuclear weapon to power his home for the past 27 years. So the thing is like, okay, granted that's stolen property, so that's a whole nother subject. But let's say you make your own and power your own house. Who are you hurting?
Right.
I understand. I'm not saying that, like, I guess I am saying, I think I found my limit. And I think it's with things that if you make a bad calculation, you can blow up the planet, like you were saying. You know what I'm saying?
But who's to say I go and I figure out how to build a house?
Sure.
Mount Fuji is a bad example because it's a volcano.
What are we doing Mount Fuji? Why are we here?
Mount Everest.
Okay, cool.
I go stay on the side of Mount Everest and I build this house that in my bubble, sure. Let's say I keep it warm. I have a prospering ecosystem in my bubble, and I've built this bubble with a nuclear reactor that powers my house.
Right.
And a magnetic energy field that covers my house and keeps the ecosystem alive.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Why can't I do that? And who is the government to tell me that I can't?
I think, one, Everest is a protected zone. Haha, gotcha. Roasted, but no, I'm just saying.
The mountains of fucking South Dakota.
I know, you get your own land and you do it. I'm just making a joke. Here's what I'm saying. I think that I'm with you, but there are things that should be considered crimes.
Building a nuclear reactor should not be one.
You don't think so?
I don't think it should be a crime, no. You're telling me because I'm smarter than you and I can make my house run on energy if infinitely.
Yeah. So
without paying another dime to the industry.
I have a great thing to say, but please continue. I just don't want to lose it.
Because I've outsmarted the industry and I no longer need your fossil fuel energy.
You should be charged.
I should be charged.
I understand. Can I say something?
Sure.
I think you're conflating crime with fault. Okay? I'm not saying you did anything wrong. So, like, example, if I am a fireworks expert, right, and it's my job to do fireworks, right?
Okay.
And I go do a giant fireworks display and it all falls sideways and hundreds of people die, I get charged with a crime despite it being a thing that should be in a controlled environment, something I messed up, and something that went wrong. So all I'm saying is, yes, there should be nuclear reactor not maintaining it well, crimes that may not be faulty. That's what I'm saying. You aren't wrong for having this. It's just in this society, you can't have this right now because this isn't something that is safe enough for us to do reliably without hurting people. Let me look at this egg. Let me go back to this egg.
Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you're telling me that Truman should have spent life in prison?
Truman, the president, because
he dropped nukes on Hiroshima and Nagasaki?
Oh. Shit.
You're telling me that Oppenheimer should have spent the rest of his life in prison and should have been charged with a crime? Because his invention and his innovation destroyed and created catastrophic casualties.
I'm just going to say this. Do I think the detonation of the nuclear bomb was a crime against humanity? Yes.
Okay.
Do I think the second one was as well? I do. The thing is that, like, how do I prosecute this? You know, like, I'm prosecuting this. So do I go after Oppenheimer? Okay, I go after Oppenheimer. Who asked Oppenheimer to do this? Truman? Or, at the time, wasn't it?
Whoever.
It was whatever, right? Cool.
I think it was Eisenhower.
Right. I don't think it was true. I think Truman dropped it, but I think Eisenhower started Project Manhattan. I'll look up which president started. But either way. So the thing is like, okay, president at the time steps in, pardons him. Done. Or president, okay, let me go try to prosecute Truman for saying he should.
Roosevelt.
It was Roosevelt. Wow, that far back.
October 9th, 1949, Franklin D. Roosevelt approved the development of the atomic bomb partly out of intelligence reports that Nazi Germany might acquire one first. Roosevelt chose the Army to lead the project as a service the service had much experience managing large-scale construction projects.
Fair. Okay, so I'm with you. So, he's out of office by the time it drops, of course, because Truman. Eisenhower. That's so funny. We both thought it was Eisenhower. But no, so the thing is like, I can't prosecute these crimes. Wow. That's what, because like the start of it started at the president.
Absolutely.
That's correct. That's what I'm saying. Is that like, so what I'm saying is unfortunately, we have been shown that presidential crimes don't get prosecuted.
But they should be. Under your...
You're correct. If you do something wrong and you're the president, I think you should be prosecuted for it. And that, to me, would include crimes against humanity or something like this. Here's the deal. The thing is, I don't know. Okay, let me just say this. Let me think what I just thought, because this is kind of crazy. They were being reactive.
Sure.
Right? But how do we know this?
How do we know this?
Is the intel that Roosevelt received that told them that Germany was developing this weapon, is that public knowledge?
There's also intel that they had a time machine inside of a large bell at the top of a tower.
I was going to say, the intel was kind of crazy. Germany also, for a brief period, thought the entire Earth was convex. Did you know about? They thought they were on the inside of a sphere. And so that's why all of their missile programs were so bad, because they were trying to shoot the other side of the sphere that they thought was above them. Dead serious, by the way.
Well, either way, with your argument, it's should the guy in Florida,
the hypothetical guy,
should he be charged because he powered his house with a nuclear reactor?
Now that was stolen property, and in that case, yes. But if it wasn't stolen, if he just made one, using his own, he mined his own ore, he refined his own,
and it goes off accidentally.
Yeah, he should.
He should be prosecuted
in the same way that, like,
should Truman be prosecuted because he pushed the
he said do it.
red button? Should Oppenheimer be prosecuted because he invented the hypothetical red button?
Oppenheimer, no.
Why?
Because Oppenheimer did not have the authority to use it. So, for example,
no, but let
me ask you a question: do we charge Smith and Wesson with every gun murder that's ever happened?
Okay, but I agree.
Okay,
but what I'm saying is the guy in Florida invented his reactor, and it went off. Oppenheimer invented his reactor, and it went off.
Well, luckily, the real story of this, the one that is true, the nuclear Boy Scout, it didn't go off.
Right.
But I'm with you. But yes, I do agree. The answer is yes. I agree there should be crimes of circumstance. And if Truman was, willing to involve himself in that circumstance, I don't know if that's great. Here's the deal. It did save lives as well, because I think it stopped the war early. I'm one of the people that do believe that he made the right tactical decision. The answer is, who do I get to prosecute Truman for this crime that I do believe is a crime? Nobody. The buck stops. That's what I'm saying, is that, yeah, sure, I don't think it was a great thing. I think he made a very hard choice, and he did save more lives, but he still shot the fireworks into the crowd. You see what I'm saying? I still think the situation is bad. I think a nuclear blast that kills people is not good. The thing is it's this is the cost benefit analysis that he had to go through, and I couldn't have been in the room. Here's what I will say: did end the war. I can say, looking back, I couldn't find a jury to convict him. Do you see what I'm saying? Like a jury of everybody, you know what I'm saying? Who of his peers, I don't know if anybody else who gets the complete system laid out before them, gets to go, I'd make a different decision.
Do you think that, okay, do you think given the time,
mm-hmm.
I agree with you during the time that the bombs were dropped.
Right.
The jury would agree with him.
I agree.
Do you think a modern day jury would prosecute?
I think over Truman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think they would prosecute?
I do. I think, unfortunately, the average person is unfortunately susceptible to emotional responses when it comes to tragedy, versus the people of the time definitely were like, no, this sucks. And I don't think we as people are able to think largely enough that we can think that way. I think everyone is so surface level, fake, whatever you want to call it, so optics based now that absolutely, oh, you killed millions of people? Or not millions. You killed thousands of people? That's wrong. Okay, yeah, but I stopped the war early. A war you could have gotten us out of by just being the president and saying we're out of the war. You know what I'm saying? That's what the argument becomes. And so, it's like,
I hear you.
Yeah.
You got to remember at the beginning of this, I said that we shouldn't
do it. Yeah.
Well, no, well, sure.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't be prosecuted.
You don't think you should be prosecuted? I mean, like, I'm saying there's no realistic way to do it. You're saying you shouldn't. I mean, aren't we on the same page?
Yes and no. I've been playing devil's advocate because you're like, well, because it was tactile.
Sure.
No.
No. Well, that's the thing, is that
because it ended the war. No, he shouldn't be. Well, hold on.
Well, I'm also saying that, like, it is a lot harder to get what I'm going for, which is called jury nullification, which it isn't really what I'm going for. Jury nullification is also, like, completely theoretical. Jury nullification is everybody in the jury room just kind of goes, nah, fuck that guy, basically. And we are just going to say not guilty and refuse to elaborate, essentially. We're all like, nah, I didn't do it because it was the good thing to do, essentially. That's what I'm going for. I'm saying you can do that back in the day. You can't do that now.
I just don't think that to bring it back to the original conversation.
Yeah. Sorry, I know I keep spinning.
No, you're not. We are.
Sure.
But I don't think that we should be watched. I mean, at the end of the day, like, here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I've heard a lot of people say, and maybe you have too.
Mm.
And this is what kind of cemented my belief in this.
Sure.
If the government, the mass government of just, let's say, America right now,
just to be easy, USA,
can ban TikTok and take it out of everything and make it a law.
Yeah.
And can pull it off of your phones.
Yeah. I know you snapped. You knew this took a while, right?
Huh?
Yeah, I know you just did a snap. You know the TikTok ban was like,
yeah,
months and months ago.
Yeah, but come 10:30, you could no longer.
No, yes, it was implemented in a snap, but the process from, like, bill to law was long.
Right. It's not what I'm saying.
Okay, sorry, I apologize.
The federal government can say,
yeah,
pull the trigger,
mm-hmm.
and it's done.
Sure. Let's just say executive order. Sure, I agree.
No, I'm saying.
Okay, go ahead.
I understand you agree with me. What I'm saying is they can implement it, and therefore, it is there.
Cool.
It has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we still have the people out there that have the pictures and videos and the stuff that of younger folks that they shouldn't have?
Oh, right.
You get where I'm
no, I'm
going?
with you. I get you. Why? No,
If we can stop the
Sure.
servers,
Sure.
you know what I mean?
Sure.
If we can, because I know TikTok said no.
Can I answer your question and you not get mad? Because I think this one might trigger you, and I don't mean to upset you. And I don't mean trigger, but but it will probably not hit you right. The answer is because of people like you. Unfortunately, I think most people are privacy oriented, right? I am fully cemented in I've got nothing to hide.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not an argument against saying, what do you have to hide? That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
The thing is like, if you want to hide that you stack your leaves and play Jenga with yourself at fucking midnight, right? Like something super weird, but not hurting anybody, but you want your fucking right to hide that and do that alone. I'm with you. Privacy is important. Privacy is a human right. I think there is a point where privacy becomes a hindrance. So what I'm saying is that like mass human life is definitely something I put on the side of we should invade privacies over this.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I think it all comes down to intent.
Sure.
I disagree with you that
but
they should
intent is so hard to prove and blurry.
Right.
And blurry and fudgeable.
Sure.
So the thing is like when it comes to something that can definitely wipe an entire city and its entire population off the map, I think you should take something completely fudgeable, changeable off of the equation.
Sure.
Okay.
However, I don't think that the government should be able to look down on you. Not look down, not like degrade you, but like look down, peep, and look at you and see what you're doing and when you're doing it and how you're doing it.
I think you just don't like a government at all. If you never saw a government agent for the rest of your life, you would be happy.
Sure.
Whether that be a road surveyor, police officer, or a congressman, right? I'm just saying like any government employee, right? You'd probably be happy.
Sure.
Okay.
And this isn't to be like I'm some crazy
radicalist. Totally. I'm not. No.
That like
right.
Whatever.
Right. No.
Morally, there's laws in place for a reason.
I'm with you.
And I agree that if you break said law, the government should be able to do so.
This is all I'm saying is that like even down to all the way back when we were on a stranded island and we killed James, I believe was his name, because he had the bigger thing. Even in that structure, government is always at a sacrifice of something.
And it doesn't need to be privacy.
I think privacy is not a bad one to give up.
I do.
Okay. Then there we go. And that's the difference between us. Is that like I'm willing to go, yeah, whatever, read my homework. I don't care. You don't have to be. That's the glory of, where we live.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I've been in situations.
Yeah.
And so have you.
Yeah.
That we might have to cut this out, but
I can pause it.
No, but I've been in.
We'll try our best to word it. Yeah, we can make that decision after.
And so have you been in to where a cop comes up to you and says, "Hey, what are you doing?"
And that answer can be nothing. Yeah. So no, I'm just minimizing. Yeah.
What are you doing? What's in your bag? And you can't say no. Legally,
sure.
You can't say no.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
And in that case, it's understandable. Because I have
what is understandable? What is understandable? I'm sorry, you used a pronoun there that I would like help with. You said it's understandable. What's understandable?
Well, I was getting there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So it's understandable that
okay, my bad.
they have the ability to do that because I've proven that I'm not innocent.
Sure. Right.
It all boils back down to I firmly believe that everyone in its entirety is innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent.
Cool. So, but now I think this is our fundamental difference. I believe there are crimes without guilt or fault.
I hear you.
Okay.
But how do you get there? That's what I'm saying. So, like,
I don't know.
It doesn't matter if there's guilt or fault if you don't know. Right?
That's it, yeah.
So if it's like at that point, the government, what you're doing becomes Schrodinger's cat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
you don't know.
That's fair.
If you're the government, you don't know what what I have in this box.
Sure. So, yeah, I understand. I understand what you're like. Okay? I've ordered uranium and whatever, right? And it's like, okay, they go knock. It's like, okay, well, I could have had an individual excuse for all of these. And right. So I understand what you're saying.
But what I'm saying is like, if I had a nuclear reactor right there in that closet to power this building,
sure,
and you're a cop and you knock on the door,
yeah. Oh no, my rights are still instated. Unless you have a warrant, I'm not letting you in.
Right.
Right. No, I'm 100%. So reactor or not.
Right. Yeah. But I'm saying,
oh shit, I just got it.
The FBI doesn't have to have that.
I just got what you're saying.
They can say, oh, well, we think this is what you're doing because of you went to the Ace Hardware and you bought a fucking, okay,
whatever.
We'll dumb it down from a nuclear reactor and we'll say that the FBI, you bought a shovel, rope, and duct tape all in the same purchase.
Right. And now they think
you're a murderer.
Right.
But I'm using the duct tape to duct tape boxes. I needed a shovel to dig a hole, and the rope was to hang a tire swing.
Right. No, I'm with you. So no, that's exactly what I said. Where it's like I have an explainable reason for all this. The thing is that like I think I get what you're saying.
They shouldn't have the authority to look and say, I think you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. So I'm going to come take a closer look, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
You're right. I think that is wrong. I think that is wrong because, and here's the point that you have elided to me, and it's not the innocent until proven guilty. That's an aspect of this, but that like there is a world where this system is exploited negatively to prevent growth. Do you see what I'm saying? Where, we can't grow as a society if Big Brother, for lack of a better term, is completely watching us at all times. Because if let's say nuclear Boy Scout, right? That's what we were talking about this whole time. What if nuclear Boy Scout discovered cold fusion because he was trying? Not that he did, not that he would, not that he could.
Right.
But like, what's to say that like we couldn't discover something bigger? You see where I'm at? But this is where it gets back to government, is that like, nuclear is really hard. Nuclear is so hard for me to let go of. Like, it's scary and should be handled by professionals, and I'm not that. That's really what it comes down to.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Who's to say? But
who's to say that's the government?
But who, in your hypothetical world, who's to say I'm not?
I don't know.
And who's to say that nuclear boy isn't?
Yeah, this is where I completely yield. You're right. This is where I roll over and show my belly, I guess. This is where I go, I will trust government officials to tell me where the buck stops on nuclear power. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I understand why you're not willing to also, because there's been gross misuse of this. That, I think, is really your point, right? Is that this peeping has been misused in the past. And so would you be willing for a completely transparent process to be in place? So not like a secretive like thing where it's like, oh, yep, we think you bought the rope, you bought the shovel, you bought the duct tape, we got you. But more like, okay, so you bought the shovel, the rope, and the duct tape. We are watching you in public places, not in your house.
No.
You don't think sting operations or like
how'd they find out
stakeouts?
that I bought the duct tape, the shovel, and the rope?
Someone, okay, the clerk at Ace Hardware reported you.
Okay.
Snitch, I'm with you. But
neat.
like,
no, neat.
That's so you think there isn't a world where suspicion can lead to investigation?
For the most part, I mean, so at the end of the day, it's like, sure, but
where does that stop?
No.
Okay.
That's like saying, like, okay, I bought these 3 items.
I understand.
But just because but if I tell you I bought cereal, milk, a bowl, and a spoon, am I making a bowl of cereal?
I don't know.
It's none of your fucking business.
I think I got you.
I know the shit out on the floor and it doesn't matter.
I get the difference between us now. I believe that my space has not been violated by investigation. Or I don't believe my rights have been violated via investigation. And I think I need to get rid of that. Because, right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think because investigations can go bad, have gone bad, and we all know there's more, statistically, it's impossible for 100% of all jury cases to be correct. You know what I'm saying?
People sitting on death row that didn't commit murder.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, is that like,
all because
of
suspicion.
So that is interesting. Suspicion is such a negligible, another moldable, shapeable thing. I can make anything you're doing look suspicious if I'm a good enough salesman.
Absolutely.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think I get what you're saying, but I think the buck definitely stops at nuclear power.
It all falls under the same thing.
Sure. I think nuclear power is something completely non-interactable by the public at all. I think it should be.
Who's to say that the government are the ones to fuck with it?
I think they're doing a good job with like.
Are they? They decided it was a good idea to drop 2 bombs on 2 cities.
Oh shit! I don't know. You're right. I don't know. I just don't know. I think I am a willing non-participant in any of this, where I just go, cool, not my business, not my circus, not my monkeys, is what I gotta say. I am so grateful I do not have to be the nuclear planner for the world, because my plan is to put it in a lead box 100 feet into the ground so no one fucks with it. That's the thing, is that like I am so afraid of nuclear power that I'm willing to completely offload it to a complete untouchable place.
So your fear.
Sorry. No, I'm with you. Fear, suspicion.
Your fear.
Now a little bit closer than that. Remember, we had it pretty distant. You sounded really faint. I just don't want it to mess it up.
But I'm tired of it.
Itching? No, okay, I mean, then why don't you hold it for a little bit until you get tired of it, and then you'll clip it in.
So your fear of nuclear
apocalypse or whatever, an explosion,
is the same fear that one could have of their infringement of privacy.
I understand what you're saying, but Devin, I love you. Someone tattling that you bought the wrong stuff at the same store is a little different than a nuclear blast potential.
Okay.
Sure.
You're scared of a nuclear blast going off.
Cool.
Are you also scared of doing life in prison?
Yeah. That would suck, especially
for something you didn't do.
Especially if it's something I didn't do. Yeah.
Okay, so Let's put it this way.
We upload the YouTube and someone accuses us of doing what we're talking about, and then we go to jail.
What do you do?
I don't know. I got to go talk to a good lawyer, I think.
I think all of this actually boils down to trust in the system.
Right. So, like, okay, I've already gone to the best lawyer, and the best lawyer failed. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, we lost, Devin. We got wrapped up in the bad talk at the bad time with the bad thing, and we're in jail now. That sucks. You know, like in this hypothetical, you're right.
I'm not saying that us going to prison for the rest of our life is better than a nuclear bomb going off.
But both are scary. I'm with you.
But both are scary.
Sure.
So, does it not scare you in the same way?
Yeah, it does now.
It might be.
Like, I understand what you're saying. I should be more fearful of my privacy. I should, because people can look for what they're trying to look for and pin what they're trying to pin on me, period.
Bottom line, I think it comes down to you're more empathetic and less selfish.
Oh, shit, probably.
To be honest. Because here's where it's at.
Yeah.
I'm not empathetic. If I know
yeah.
I have the capability to build a nuclear reactor into that closet,
yeah,
and there's not a damn thing that's going to go wrong,
yeah, then we're doing it.
Then then I would do it. You know what I mean? But I don't.
In that hypothetical, which is this isn't. Yeah.
But I'm saying if I know that, that I can do it, and that I can have infinite sustainable energy,
right?
It should be none of the government's fucking business.
Yeah.
What I do
in this situation where it's 100% safe and you do it right, I agree.
I should also be able to store my duct tape, rope, and fucking shovel in that closet
with the,
and there's nothing they can do about it.
I think this is where we're different, man.
I think they should be able to come in and be like, "Hey, you bought some weird shit. Come on, open up."
Okay, no,
I'm gonna look in that closet.
I don't think so. I don't know. So here's let me ask you a question. If we hear banging and screaming on a crate or a trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, help me, right? That's like outward expanding evidence that you are doing something. And that goes far beyond what is usually your confines of privacy. And so therefore, under I'm not going to say suspicion, but under probable cause. Okay, probable cause is something that is actionably available to public scrutiny and observation. Essentially, there is evidence now. This has been okay. So your reactor is leaking radiation, and they detect it. I think
that's different.
I think
that's different.
I think they get to go in if they have probable cause.
That's different.
Yeah. So if you run super perfect, amazing, best nuclear reactor ever, not a leak, not a radiation, nothing, no evidence, nothing.
But if you dumb this down, to now you're telling me that they're saying not only is it a suspicion that I bought duct tape, a rope, and a shovel, that's probable cause that I committed murder.
No,
because I bought 3 of those things.
I'm not saying the duct tape, the rope, and the shovel are probable cause. I'm saying that if somebody saw you loading a tied up mass. Yeah, go ahead.
I bought those 3 things.
Sure.
They found the body in the mud, and my boots are muddy next to the door. Is that probable cause?
No, that's circumstantial evidence. Boots get dirty.
Okay, it's circumstantial. How do they? Hold on. It's hold on. Hear me out.
No shot. Okay, go ahead.
How do they know that it's?
How do you know it's my nuclear reactor? That's a great question. I don't think a lot of people have those.
How do they know?
Radiation. It's evident.
How do they know it's not coming from that guy?
Because you can sense where it's coming from.
Can you?
Yeah.
From outside the door?
Geiger, absolutely. If we had something that was leaking right there, and they had a Geiger counter, and they walked next door, and it went boo 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 boo, That is traceable. If you are not smart enough to lead line your closet, you get caught this way. That's your problem. But,
I agree.
But that's what I'm saying.
I
is
understand probable cause.
Cool. So what I'm saying is, in an instance of probable cause, and you have messed up this process enough, and now they're going to come knocking.
Now you're guilty, though.
Oh shit!
You're guilty
of negligence.
And endangering the population.
Oh
so
no!
Therefore,
chat.
You are no longer innocent until proven guilty.
You are guilty.
You are guilty,
and it is evident. Oh, this is interesting. This is such an interesting concept. Wow, the law is just a circle, isn't it? Whoa. I'm so glad we don't have a nuclear reactor in our closet, right, Devin? Yeah. That was the glance of because I pay my utility bills. But no. Yeah, wow. Okay. I thank you for shattering my faith in the system, Devin. I appreciate that. That's what I wanted at 4 a.m. Oh, it's 314, guys. It's pi o'clock. Happy pi o'clock for everyone who celebrates. Are we going anywhere else on these?
I don't think I can
do these. Let me take a look.
I don't think I can top
what we just did.
Anything, yeah.
I mean, so do we drop, or do we save these for later?
I mean,
let me see if any of these interest me. Oh my god. Okay, I see the checks. Okay. Yeah, we're going back to Mars after what we just had. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to Mars. Yeah, I don't know if any of these conversation matters anymore.
Right.
Yeah, so Mars is like small potatoes.
So here's my next question.
Yeah. Touchy, okay.
If we get to a point where we can create nuclear reactors in our home.
Create or purchase?
Purchase.
Okay.
Does the guy that made them get prosecuted?
If they go wrong?
Yeah.
In the same way that we don't prosecute Smith & Wesson, I guess not.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, well, no, right? Because, like, for example, I'm sorry to use another Elon Musk thing here, but, like, you know about the light bars on the Cybertruck? Okay, so the light bar on the Cybertruck was deemed illegal. It is an illegal modification that can't be done. So what they do is, if you ordered a Cybertruck with a light bar, they install the light bar. They install, everything. They just don't connect it to power, because that would be illegal. Why would we give you a Cybertruck with this illegal modification? We wouldn't do that. This isn't a light bar. This is a decorative bar that can be powered but isn't. That's not a crime. You see what I'm saying? So in an instance like that, where it is a nuclear reactor that is super easy to modify into a problem, I think that's when we talk about it. Do you see what I'm saying? But if it's one that's super safe, takes years of, we got to crack into it or whatever, and then it can turn into that, okay, well, you were dedicated and you were the criminal. You were the one with criminal intent, not the manufacturer.
Okay.
Man, what a trip. It took two in people to get here. 2 in-person ones to do this.
We haven't even touched actual space science.
Devin, what if we get into relativity? Then what? Do we know?
No.
Thank you. Well, we can move on. So, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to do right now.
No. Do you have any questions for me?
What starter are you choosing for Gen 1?
What are they?
Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle. Choosing Charmander for sure?
For Let's Go Pikachu?
I lied. Isn't it just Pikachu? You're getting Pikachu. Roasted. It's okay. He gets fire moves, so you'll be okay. You'll enjoy. Nothing on topic. I think we kind of really absorbed that one pretty good, didn't we?
You guys come back for episode 11.
Episode 11. Yeah, I think we got to wrap it up, right? Yeah, I think. Oh, I mean, okay. Let's do this, and because so that way it is. We still have the tradition, the narrative thread that people may care about. What are your Royal Rumble predictions? Actual predictions, not hopes. Well, you can. We just tell me if it's a hope versus a prediction. You can tell me either.
I guess it depends on who's in it.
I agree. I'll tell you, I hoped dearly upon hope and dream that Joe Hendry would be there because he is like my guy, right? The TNA, he's like TNA champion. But he is booked on the Jericho cruise on the same day. So that's a hard one to get out of because you're in the middle of the ocean. Can't leave there and go to the Rumble.
Okay. Side question.
Sure.
There's always a surprise.
Yeah, surprise.
Who do you think the surprise is?
I hope dearly, desperately, with every fiber of my being that it is Santino Marella. Because he is working for TNA and they have that TNA contract. I will pop crazy loud if we get a Cobra in the year of 2025. I hope desperately it is Santino Marella because that would be so funny. Do you know how funny it would be if any of the big shots right now get put out with a Cobra? Do you know how funny it is if this is like crazy, but what if John Cena's Royal Rumble run, his stretch, he was like comes in at number 1, right? Whatever. I'm just trying to make it as exaggerated and bad as possible, right? I'm a drama queen. So like if Santino Marella comes in, pops him one and throws him over, I'm low-key loving it. Just because I know everybody else is going to be like, oh my God. But like, that's the thing, right? Name one other person who has a move that is that plausible. Do you see what I'm saying? The Cobra is a move.
Mr. Sacco.
Okay, yeah, the Mandible Claw really got people. Did he ever do it in the Rumble?
I'm sure.
I know he came in as like Mankind, Dude Love, Cactus Jack, and Mick Foley one year. That's crazy.
That's hilarious.
That is great. He should have done Santa at that point. He was already Santa. But okay. But do you see what I'm saying? I think the Cobra was such an excellent thing, and people are like, "Ooh, let me take it this way," and it's such an exciting thing. And not many people, it's hard to get wrestlers excited about losing. But that's what I'm saying is like this finisher has such insane potential. The only person it like didn't work on was the Undertaker, and that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see what I'm saying? So like that is what I want introduced into the Royal Rumble. Someone who is a small time guy that can punch big. And that's what I think.
I want Dolph Ziggler to show up.
What if he does show up, but as what his other name is? What's his other name in TNA? Me neither. I don't know. Is it Nemeth? Nick Nemeth? Is that him? Or is that?
I think so.
That's him? Yeah, Nick Nemeth, I think too. Or is that Zack Ryder?
No.
Okay. I'm going to verify. What if he does show up as his TNA name?
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, so yep, Nick Nemeth is Dolph Ziggler. So what if he does show up, but you don't get the theme, it's Nick Nemeth, you get his TNA theme. Are you still happy?
Yeah.
Fucking right on. I'm glad I love him.
Love to put Dolph Ziggler in the main event scene.
Oh, dude, crazy. I love Dolph Ziggler. Dude, I really wish you were watching when he had the NXT championship. It was awesome.
They moved him down to NXT.
Not down. NXT was punching up for weeks, going like, hey man, someone from the main roster who can actually work, why don't you come down here? Because you can't keep up with the boys. You can't keep up with the young folk. And then Dolph Ziggler said, what? Okay. Interesting point. I'm going to win your championship in a month. And he did. He did lose it quickly. But, man, it was cool. You see what I'm saying? The NXT were like, oh, you ain't got nobody on the roster who ain't a washed up has-been, who can't work, blah, blah, blah. We work our ass off. And then they went, interesting. I'm Dolph Ziggler, and I work my fucking ass off, and I do this shit every day. So, sure, I'll answer the call.
I just in a world I don't see where they put Dolph Ziggler in a fight with Cody Rhodes.
Oh no,
Now I could see them putting
Gunther
him in a fight with Gunther.
dude. No, they need to do that. Do you know how much I want to see Gunther like pop him once and then Nick Nemeth like sells like pinball? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I think he can win. I think he should win.
I think he's the ultimate underdog. I think the Royal Rumble.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And then he gets to pick
As an outsider. That would be crazy. And that would be earth shattering. That would be big.
I would love it if he came back, won the Rumble, and then fought Gunther and won the title.
Man.
At WrestleMania. He is a world champion.
Yes. I'm not taking that away from him. I just don't know if you do that.
Why?
Because okay, forgive me if I'm Vince mindset here, but isn't that putting over TNA over WWE? You don't do that. That's rule one.
He has the fucking
tenure.
He has everything, dude. He has the charisma.
I agree.
He's worked his ass off.
Mm-hmm, I agree.
He's done everything.
Do you know the biggest thing I want to tell you? That this is crazy, guys. I've loved Dolph Ziggler for years, and for the first time in my life, I kind of moved off of him. And you're fucking on him. It's like I put my favorite toy down for 2 seconds, and now it's your favorite toy.
It's not my favorite.
It's some bullshit. I know, but like
Shawn Michaels my favorite.
I know, but like this is a favorite new toy or whatever you want to say. But it's just I just think that that's a funny concept, and we can move on. We don't have to name call or anything. But here's what I gotta say. Considerative, the what? Like out of nowhere? They haven't teased him or nothing. He just drops in. What if a guest does win the Rumble? What if someone this isn't, I'm not saying they're on the same page, okay? I forgot the point I wanted to make about Nick Nemeth. I will go back and make it. Hopefully I can remember this other point. But something that made him special that I think a lot of people overlook that he talked about on Chris Van Vliet's interview was that he, as a jobber with Spirit Squad, the only person who couldn't lose was Casey, right? So he was one of the ones that lost all the time. And as the jobber who was willing to go to any house show and do anything, he probably has more in-ring time with Ric Flair than some people in the 70s or 80s. He probably has more in-ring time with Triple H than people in the Attitude or Ruthless Aggression era. He probably has more in-ring time with people, big people. And the thing is sure, he's losing every night. You don't think they're not passing a nugget every time? A little bit of something. Teaching him a little bit of something in the ring every single time. Every single house show. I don't think a wrestler is capable of not trying to help another wrestler even a little bit. Unless there's like some real shoot beef. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I'm saying is Dolph Ziggler has the knowledge base that we will see in our generation. He's probably going to be the last wrestler who has that touchstone. Flair, Triple H, and them. Because everybody else is moving on. Everybody else is retiring. Everybody else didn't make it past the, Attitude Era. And everybody else didn't make it past the Ruthless Aggression.
Cena.
Yes, I agree. But this is it. Cena's done. I'll bet dollars to donuts right now Nick Nemeth wrestles after 2025.
Yeah.
I mean, barring the, completely unpredictable, like death or something.
Goes off.
Listen. But I will say that is something that I hadn't thought of. And when I really thought of him doing that, like him having the literally daily experiences with all-time GOATs, including people like Cena. Dolph Ziggler probably has the mindset of our generation, and he is not being used.
I agree.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I that is a real fucking shame because I guarantee he is such a caring and giving guy that he would pass those nuggets down and they may just stop with him. I don't think he wins the Rumble though.
I think he should.
I'd love him to. Here's the thing. I'd love to say that his problems, like a lot of people's problems with WWE, stopped and began at Vince. But I know they don't.
What were his problems?
I don't know.
Oh.
But I know he left in the Triple H era. Not anyone else I can think of did that. Well, there were some people who jumped ship for monetary reasons. Because it's like, well, AEW is going to, I don't know, give me 7 times this, so I can't say no. And then Triple H is like, fair. you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's like, I'm not paying you that much, so please have fun. It's kind of the energy. So, and that's people like Edge.
Yeah, but Edge is like worth it.
No, I'm with you, but also, I'm Edge's one of his biggest fans. He ain't been the same. And we know it. Are you paying for Edge? Or are you paying for the artist formerly known as Edge?
I don't know. The Christian and Edge story was
crazy. Was good. That was good. Okay. I love Edge. I'm glad he's having a good time. That was all Christian. Christian was lifting that narrative weight. He was great as the TNT champion. Is he still the TNT champion? I don't know. I think he gave it away or something or ate it or whatever. I don't know. I don't keep up with AEW anymore. They kind of spiraled completely. Someone told me that they were going to be TNA. That I'm just going to say your first name, Terrence. You were so right, and that's all I'll say. He said they're going to be the next TNA, and what's sad is TNA will be what they currently are. He called this shit literally, like I'm saying, day one of AEW. He said, this is great, but he is not putting people in power to book. And because of that, they will be completely ran. He's like, it's going to be the worst of WCW combined with the worst of TNA.
Right.
And he's right. I can't watch this because it's people arguing over contracts and who gets paid more, and I need to be paid more than the last person you bought, so that's why I'm leaving, blah, blah, blah. And it becomes this thing. I don't give a fuck about wrestling. You know what I care about? I care about the wrestler. I care about their story. I care about the knowledge. I care about this tree of knowledge that's, getting smaller. And you know what I'm saying? This grand sports entertainment, if we just want to say it, that we love, getting smaller while getting bigger. That's something I care about. I don't give a fuck how much you're getting paid. If you do not have good people on the roster doing good stories, I'm not going to watch you. Absolutely. Edge is my favorite wrestler. He was my favorite wrestler for years. I haven't turned AEW on once.
Well, yeah, because it's bad.
I love Kenny Omega. You remember how much I popped when he finally came over? I don't watch him. I love MJF, but I'm not watching him. I'm so proud of him for chasing that bag, but part of me wonders where would he be had he have gone to the WWE system?
He tried.
Yes, yes, but way before his expiration. But it's either early this year, I think it was early 2024, his contract was up, and it was this big game, this big thing for him. He likes to piss off the smart fans, right? So he was just like, when my thing comes up, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Fuck AEW. This place is a shit show. That's because he's a heel.
Right.
But then, Tony Khan probably offered him that good guapo, so he stayed. That is not negotiable. He has come out and said as much. Nope. He gave me the most money, so I stayed. I love MJF. I could not tell you, gun to my head right now, who he's feuding with.
Yeah, but that show fell apart when Cody left.
I agree.
It was on its way
Cody
down.
was the final stanchion of like legitimacy. I completely agree. But I didn't know it then. When Cody left, it should have woke me up, because Cody literally went through a burning table and has a permanent scar on his body for that company. And he said it is completely unsalvageable. I got to go back. Vince is making more sense, and that should have scared me. And it
Vince
didn't.
got him back.
Vince personally flew his ass out, or flew his own ass to Cody to talk to Cody.
Do you think he would have done that?
I think that move single-handedly saved the WWE. Genuinely. If they don't get Cody, they do not have the foil to the tribal chief. The tribal chief does not get over unless he has people you care about to continue to beat. I love Roman Reigns. He's the one. He's the tribal chief. But he is not who he is unless he pins Daniel Bryanson with my favorite Edge at WrestleMania and stands on them like they're bitches. And then somebody stands up to him. Hey, that's a fucking enough. All of those wins were cheated. Every single one. He is the right person to call out that injustice. He was the perfect foil for this situation. And when I tell you that has really, the tribal chief storyline was good. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying, like, early on when it was just big dog, come wreck shit, leave, no one gave a fuck.
Yeah.
No, you didn't even give a fuck, and you loved him.
Right.
I didn't give a fuck, and there was no world where that won me over. Years went by. Years. Fuck, man, he just beat my guy at WrestleMania. Fuck, he just beat my guy at WrestleMania again. Fuck, he just beat this guy up. This person retired because they can't beat Roman Reigns. Type of shit. Kept happening. Then my guy, luckily we shared a name. No wonder I was going to like the guy. I loved Cody just because, like, I don't know. It is as simple as we shared a name, and I do want him to do well.
He's from Atlanta.
You know what I'm saying? He's very relatable to me. And it's like he started moving in that way and started pointing that direction. And here's where they won with Cody Rhodes. You don't put him in first against Roman. Seth Rollins made Cody Rhodes. And no one else is bold enough to say that. That's a Cody fan that I know. Cody getting into Hell in a Cell with that tore side of his body, that made him. The reaction that Seth had, even as that crazy maniacal heel, made Cody.
You know he didn't tell anybody about that.
No shot.
Yeah.
That was no shot. No way they knew. Night of?
Nobody knew until he took his jacket off.
Fuck out of here.
It was a torn pec.
Yeah, you're right. They wouldn't have cleared him. You're fucking right. They would not have cleared him. I never thought about that until right now.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting lost in the weeds here, but do you see what I'm saying? Cody does not go on to do what he does if he doesn't have an absolute fucking banger at WrestleMania with Rollins.
Right.
And an absolute fucking banger at Hell in a Cell with Rollins. That is what gave Cody the legitimacy to come back and do what he did. That is the match that they put the peanut butter on the pill to Cody for. Cody, I can't say I was in the room and know what's going on for sure, so this could all be fantasy booking. But there's no way in the world he comes back unless it's good enough for him at the time. I don't think if you tell Cody Rhodes at the time you're going to be going up against Roman Reigns and likely feeding him, he goes over. But if you tell him you get to have a monumental surprise visit pop at WrestleMania main event against Seth Rollins, that's when you go. That single move, like it or not, has had the biggest effect on WWE's modern business. Because if Cody Rhodes isn't calling into question what's going on, it was Cody and Roman last year. Or, I'm sorry, not Cody and Roman. It was Rock and Roman last year. Do we give a fuck about Rock and Roman? I personally don't. I do now. Now I kind of give a shit. Who is the tribal chief? And the thing is like, I'm not saying that Roman hasn't deserved this. He has. He put in the work more than most people while sick with something I couldn't even handle.
Right.
But I am saying that I am glad that Cody exposed me to the parts I now love about Roman Reigns. But I'm saying it was an important thing that Cody did do. Exposure. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know that was a long walk for a short drink of water. What aspect of Dolph Ziggler can carry that much weight with the audience? Why would you take him as victor over Royal Rumble and rush WrestleMania when you could do something better with someone deserving of better? Dude, a rushed run for any championship for our boy Dolph Ziggler, I don't think it's worth it. You see what I'm saying? I say you bring him in. You know what? I say you bring him in, and I say you do go for Gunther and you do go for that world championship. I don't think you do it at Rumble. I'd love to see him in the Rumble. I don't think a Rumble victory into this storyline is going to get the eyes on Dolph Ziggler that I think he deserves. I don't know who. I think him and Gunther would be insane as a long-term story. A veteran who's kind of aging out, who maybe can't do it anymore, used to be the guy, missed his shot at the time when he was in his prime. But that burns him up inside. That motivation fuels him to keep fighting this monster who is in his prime. Gunther. I think that's the better story than I happen to come in and put enough people over. And I'm not saying that the Rumble isn't anything. I fucking lost my mind when Cody won 2 years in a row. I lost it. I couldn't find my mind. I still don't. It's still unreal to me.
Here's the storyline.
Yeah. Okay. Ready.
Dolph Ziggler is surprise number one.
Whoa.
Number one in the Royal Rumble.
Whoa. Okay.
He outlasts everybody as the underdog.
Like full Rey Mysterio here.
Yeah.
Okay.
He fights Gunther at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Loses?
He loses.
Yeah.
He feuds with him. I don't know about what.
Sure.
But he feuds with him all the way through.
I agree.
And then loses his shot. He loses the Royal Rumble next year.
Sure.
They put him in the Elimination Chamber.
And he fucking bleeds for it.
He's entrant 1. Gunther's entrant 2. You have 4 other cronies, whoever the fuck
You're right.
Are.
Like us, his buddies, yeah.
Well, no, I mean just whoever else wants the title, whatever.
Sure.
They always throw people in there. Dolph Ziggler takes a beating of a lifetime. He's so good at it.
You're right.
He takes a beating of a lifetime at Elimination Chamber. He sneaks, lies, cheats, and steals.
And wins at Elimination Chamber?
Wins the title at Elimination
Chamber. I lose my mind. I go absolutely insane. That's good.
He goes to WrestleMania. Gunther wants his title back. And they do a 1-hour Iron Man match. And Gunther just can't keep him down.
That's good. Fuck, that's so good. No, that's good. And
Dolph Ziggler wins.
You solved my thing where I'm like, this is too short a time. You're right. He can do this.
Dolph Ziggler wins.
Yeah.
And they could continue it and make Gunther and push. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think
push Gunther to the world.
They could push Gunther to Money in the Bank, or Gunther's been going back for his title at WrestleMania. Don't they do Money in the Bank at WrestleMania now?
No, it has its own pay-per-view.
After Elimination Chamber?
Yes. Well, yes. Yes.
Okay, so then he wins it there. Gunther wins Elimination Chamber.
Or you mean Dolph
wins Elimination Chamber, wins the title.
I agree.
Or this could switch.
I'm so with no. I'm so with you. Do you know how rare it is that the dominant force enters the Royal Rumble? It's a bunch of scrappy people, typically. You know what I'm saying? People like.
But I'm saying he loses Royal Rumble. He wins the first one, loses to Gunther at WrestleMania, goes after the same title
at Elimination,
loses the Royal Rumble the next year, wins the title at Elimination Chamber.
Sure.
And then Gunther wins Money in the Bank, and they fight in the main event. Or maybe Dolph Ziggler's feuding with somebody else, and then Gunther comes in and cashes Money in the Bank.
Dude, I love this. Dude, I love giving toys to Gunther because he's good at all of them. He was good as King. He was good as IC. He's good as World. I agree. Give him Money in the Bank. See what he can do. I love this.
See what happens.
And then that's a year championship for Dolph, and I think that's good. I think he would kill it. I also think he would do an open challenge during that year, unrelated. That's just kind of how he's wired. But yeah, no, that's how you book Dolph Ziggler if you're going to do it.
Definitely.
Also, the 1 through 30 is crazy. You know, that's a good storyline always. I'll always watch that. And especially if it's our guy, Dolph fucking Ziggler, the guy who's been screwed 1,000 times, going against all odds to defeat Super Cena, to defeat Roman Reigns trying to come back for his title. You know what I'm saying? Overcoming all of those obstacles, I think that rights a lot of wrongs that he went through. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But, folks, it is 3:45 a.m. on a Tuesday, and I have to work tomorrow.
Valid. Let's call it.
So, that'll be all.
I'm glad we got some wrestling talk in.
If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell.
5K followers here.
5K followers here.
15K
on 15K on my TikTok.
And he'll quit.
I'll quit vaping.
Let's go, chat.
With saying that, go follow me on TikTok. It's at bathtoaster_x. It'll be in the description.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll have my Discord, my Twitter, my Instagram, all of the things. Twitch.
Boom.
It'll have all of the things. Y'all go hit that up.
The link tree, right? You'll have your link tree.
Yeah.
Sick. Legit Shadow 6 everywhere. It's spelled out. It's not the numerical 6 on Twitch. But I'll have the link tree in the bio. Cool.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, I got
Thank you for listening.
I got alt tab. I'm sorry. All right. Yep. I'll see you later, guys.
See you later.
Bye.